We are back. The tripod's in the building.
This is becoming a more frequent thing, and I don't want to get used to it because then when Bagala leaves us again for another 6 months, I might be disappointed, but it feels good. Feels real good.
Oh, there we go. Here we fucking go.
What up, Bagala? But yeah, we've got
What's up, bitches?
week. I was just talking about it yesterday. I'm like, damn, we only have how many more weeks left until playoffs for
6,
fantasy?
5,
What is
6,
it?
5,
Week
week
14 is the
14.
last week, right?
Yeah, so we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 games, 6 games left, something like that. 5 or 6.
Damn. But
It's
yeah.
flying
6
by.
games, yeah.
Huh?
Bro.
So how's the before I
Said
guess
it's
before we
flying
get
by.
into
It's flying
anything?
by.
Oh wow, hold on. How did I spell answering wrong on this one? Jeez.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
It's all that marijuana.
No, I changed it on this one to put the names on it. But yeah, how are y'all doing right now in your fantasy leagues? What's going on?
Pretty much of a mixed bag for me. In our home dynasty league, which Bagala is the commissioner, I'm 4-4. Picked up a nice win against a tough opponent last week. I got pretty much a cakewalk this week, so I should be able to get to 5-4. In my redraft, I am 5-3, doing really good, and I'm a strong team in that league. In the subscriber league, not so much, but I have a good team. And then I'm not going to tell you what I am in your league, although I did pick up a win in your home redraft league, Blanc. So
Did
it's a
you?
bit of a mixed bag. Yeah. Finally off the schneid, 1-7, baby, coming for the
Mm-hmm.
gusto. So a little bit of a mixed bag, but overall can't complain.
it only took you 2 months.
Right. Mary in the building. What's up, Mary? I'm in a buy in a bind,
Bind.
maybe. Do I
Yeah.
start T. Higgins with upside playing against the Bills, or Nico with Damian Pierce and CJ throwing this week?
I I think I'm gonna have to lean T. Higgins because Joe Burrow looked like he's got his shit together. I know CJ Stroud has some upside, but yeah, I'm leaning T. Higgins because it looks like Joe Burrow's pulling it all together. It doesn't look like that calf injury is really a factor anymore. Um, I think they're very similar production wise, but I'm gonna lean T. Higgins here with some upside, a touchdown upside. But I can understand you going with Nico Collins because he is CJ Stroud's number. But CJ Stroud hasn't. He really disappointed me against the Carolina team. He should have been able to do some work against. So looks like they got some things to figure out. I'll roll with T. Higgins here.
Yeah, Carolina has a good back end though, so um, maybe he just had a bad game. I don't know, but see, you can't like everybody has a bad game. So CJ Stroud is playing pretty good. I don't really know what's going on with him. Maybe it was because of Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow was a little hurt, but I don't think Damian Pierce really means that much. They
I would
throw the
agree.
ball anyway. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's not like Pierce is going to get 20 carries. But I guess I go with T. Higgins
Yeah,
just because it's Bengals.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling with T. Higgins as well because if you look at like the last few games that he's played, I mean, he's been injured and he hasn't played a high percentage of snaps, right? From week 4, 51, 54, and 67, where the first 3 weeks he was 95, 88, and 86% of the snaps where he was healthy. And in those games, his targets were 8, 12, and 8. So, I think as he's getting healthy and as the Bengals are kind of getting healthy with Joe Burrow, like I think that going forward, I'm pretty confident he's a good buy low for me. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with T Higgins here. I like Nico, but I gotta roll with T.
Yes, sir.
Freddie in the building. What up, Freddie? What up, Freddie? Mary saying what's good. Stafford is out. I'm really thinking about starting Singletary at the flex over Puka just because of the volume.
That's an interesting one. Singletary's hard to trust. I think Puka's still going to get some decent work. Now, it is Brett Rippin in there. I don't have a ton of faith in that, so I can understand that. But I think Puka is still good enough, has a good enough floor, even with a Rippin, to go over Singletary. I don't think Singletary has much of a ceiling, and his floor is basically nil. So yeah, I'd still start Puka. I'm not taking that risk. Freddie, I don't know what, if you're in a situation where you need a win or anything, but I think anything considered, you're still going to start Puka over Singletary. Puka just has a way safer floor. And it's very risky to start Singletary in this situation.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. There's no Pierce. It's basically Singletary to nobody else. Singletary gets the receiving work even when Pierce is there. And who's Ripping really gonna lock onto? Backup quarterbacks usually go with that comfort zone, and if they get it going with one guy, they tend to try and stick with that one guy. I don't know. I mean, I would go with Singletary here. I don't really like Puka, or I just don't know who it's going to be. Is he going to force feed Puka? Is he going to force feed Cup? You know what I'm saying?
Out of his 10 pass attempts, if I'm not mistaken, I believe 5 were to Cooper Kupp. Somebody will have to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure I think about 5 of them went to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, so it's like he's going to lock in on one guy, and then other guys are going to get the scraps. Last week, Singletary and Pierce basically split the work. I think Pierce had 12 carries, Singletary had 11, and then Singletary had like 3 or 4 receptions to boot. So no Pierce there. I would take Singletary. Plus, he's going to get the receiving work also. I would play Singletary this week in the flex over Puka. That's just me.
To me, it's risky, but I can understand the logic.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Puka, even if Stafford doesn't play. He's most likely not playing. It looks like, but yeah, I'm still gonna go with Puka over Singletary. I mean,
Stafford's been ruled out, by the way, so it is.
Oh, he's officially ruled out. Okay.
Yeah,
he's not playing.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna roll with Puka over Singletary. I'll take that chance.
I think I'm in that boat.
Diaz in the building. What up, Diaz?
Diaz, always starting some trouble.
Frank, what up, Frank? What's cracking, Frank? Johnny D in the building. What up, Johnny?
Love it. All the fellas in the building.
What is up? I'm trying to pull up. Let's talk about hold on. I gotta make the graphics here. But go ahead, Hammer. Go over some of the injuries, I guess, and what's happening with injuries, and as we know as of right now.
It says Alan Lazard is questionable for the Monday night matchup. I don't think that matters much. I don't think a ton of people are playing Lazard anyway. Clayton Tune getting the start for Arizona, which is interesting. So we'll see what that looks like. Joshua Palmer ruled out. That's a big injury. So if you got Quentin Johnston, you could think about firing him up. I know a lot of people have picked up Joshua Palmer with the Mikey Will injury, and Joshua Palmer played well in the first couple of games. Obviously suffered an injury. Darren Waller on IR. He's going to miss the next 4 games. So if you're looking for a tight end, if you're looking for a tight end, I ended up picking up Daniel Bellinger for a bye week fill-in. I think I have Sam Laporta and Kittle on buys this week, so I picked up Bellinger as a bye week fill-in. Bagala, when you want to cough, you might want to hit that mute button, buddy. And then Brett Rippin. So those are the official people out. Waller out, Palmer out, Clayton Tune to start, and Brett Rippin is expected to start. So that's what we got so far.
Mary said, do you have any underdog fantasy pick nuggets? Loved your insights. I haven't taken a look yet. Typically we do that Sunday morning, but we can take a look at we can take a look at some of them for sure. I'll pull it up, and as we're doing the show, I'll kind of try and scroll through and see if there's anything we like, or we'll at least get to one point in the show where maybe I'll just pull it up and we'll look at it real quick. George Pickens did not get the foot down. Did not get the foot down. Upset. Apparently unfollowed on Instagram and all this crazy shit.
He should be
Said
upset
that,
at himself for
know,
not getting his foot down because he had plenty of
free
space if
me
you saw the
or
replay.
something like that he had
Ridiculous.
posted. And he's starting shit already. I mean, we've said this from last year, like Deontay is the target hog, right? Pickens only had like not even a 16% target share last year. And with Deontay out, he was getting some burn and doing well. And now Deontay's back and he is the target hog. So, what do you guys feel about, Pickens and even Deontay at this point? But the situation for Pickens there.
Bagala, you want to take this one?
I think Bagala's in the Matrix right now, so go ahead.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Stop fucking crying. Stop crying.
That's astute analysis.
Go ahead. What are we doing with Pickens?
Stop fucking crying. Your team is winning. Stop crying. Stop crying.
Stop crying.
You'll get.
He is in the
Yeah, that's right too. They wound up winning, and he's still winding up bitching. But what do you think about going forward? Like, are things going to change? Is what do you feel about it? Like, I've always said, I think people know how I feel about Deontay, but I mean, what about you guys? What do you feel about the situation? Because I've never been really all in on Pickens. I mean, I've always said he makes great catches and everything, but the separation's got to come. The target share's got to come. He's got to command more targets. But what do you guys feel about him?
I think he's going to be the big play guy for them, right? He'll be the big play guy, and Deontay will get all of the underneath stuff, and that's why Deontay's just safer. They're going to go to Deontay. They know he's going to catch the ball. He's just more reliable, and Pickens is going to, he's going to boom some of those weeks because you can throw it up top. He can jump. He can go get it. He'll have, red zone guy, and that's just his role. So I think he's going to be more of a boom or bust player for them, and that's his role. And for his team to be winning and him to be crying, that's just, it rubs me the wrong way. But you got to understand your role in your team, and that's your team, and that's your role. You're not gonna, I understand. They still have Najee. They have Jalen Warren who can run the ball, who can catch the ball. They have other weapons there. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like it's just him and Deontay Johnson where he's going to get, Deontay will get half the targets. He'll get half. No, they're trying to spread the ball around. And I get it. It's frustrating when you're not getting the ball. And also Matt Canada is a piece of shit. So there's a lot of things going wrong there. And you know what I'm saying? But for fantasy wise, temper your expectations with Pickens. He's going to be your typical boom or bust player. He's going to explode some games, and other games he's going to let you down.
And also keep in mind, to that point, Bagala, is that it's not a high volume offense to begin with. So his opportunities are going to be limited with. Right. His opportunities are going to be limited with a Deontay back. Najee Harris ran the ball very well last night. He had a touchdown for the second game in a row. So, and Jalen Warren, like you said, it is a factor. Yeah, Jalen Warren is a factor out of that backfield in passing situation. So it's a very low volume offense to begin with. So Deontay is going to command 8, 9, maybe 10 targets pretty much week in and week out. And as you said, Pickens is going to be that boomer bust kind of guy. So, and listen, George Pickens, you don't have that kind of clout, right? You're not Devontae Adams. Okay?
Not yet.
You're not.
Exactly.
So stop it. So
and
stop.
Then,
don't say free me. Stop it.
Exactly. And then the boot, Frymouth is hurt right now, and when he comes back, he's going to command targets because before he got hurt, that's who Kenny Pickett went to in the red zone. He looked for Frymouth. So if you're not, like Steve said, getting the separation and things like that, if you're not going to hit the big play down the field, it's gonna be very hard to count on George Pickens for consistent. Consistent production. It's just going to be boom or bust. He's a big dude. You throw it up, he'll go get it. But let's be honest, Deontay's the better route runner. You know what I'm saying? He can get the ball underneath. He finds ways to get open other than just going downfield and jumping up for a ball. You know, so either Pickens has to, you know, fucking elevate his game a little bit more, or be quiet and take what you get.
And let's keep it a buck really quick, Blanc, before you continue. George Pickens, that touchdown, you not getting that touchdown is on you, because there was plenty of space for him to get that second foot down. So
absolutely,
sure.
Kenny Pickett threw a beautiful ball in the end zone for you to come down with that pass. So you not having that touchdown on the board is on you.
But there you go again, Polish. That's about being efficient. If you're only going to get 5 to 6 targets a game, you got to catch the ones that you got. You got to get your feet in when you got the chance.
No arguments there.
Yeah, for sure. Crispy in the building. What up, Crispy? Kev in the building. What's good? Still believe in Jordan Love in Dynasty. That's actually one of the topics we'll be talking about on our Tuesday show, which is our Dynasty night. So we'll get into a little more detail with Jordan Love. But I mean, listen, the statistics are against him right now. But I think we'll get more into that on
shouldn't
on
be
Tuesday.
About if we believe. It should be about if the Packers believe, because if I'm not mistaken, he's only under contract for this year, right?
No, they signed him to an extension.
He's got one more, but that's not going to stop them if they get a chance to draft one of these top QBs. It's not going to stop them. So
well, if they have the chance, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we'll get into more Jordan Love and Dynasty and value and all that. Maybe how you can come off him, what he costs, how you can unleash him from your team if you have him. I know Hammer's got him in the subscriber league, and I don't know how much that's hurting him right now. But
to be honest with
you, cheetah, bro.
No, to be honest with you, that my team in the subscriber league is pretty good. Like I'm not worried about that team long term because I have good pieces in place. But just to touch on the Jordan Love thing really quick, if you look at his game log though, for a quarterback that hasn't performed very well over the last month, he has a fairly safe floor for the most part. Like he's going to get you 15, 16 as the floor. So the floor doesn't worry me. It more worries me do the Packers want him there long term? That's obviously what Kevin was talking about. But as a fantasy producer, he hasn't been terrible. And I think the first 3 games that he played were really good. I think he had 25 plus in each of those games. So that kind of got us on that train. Like, okay, maybe he's the next guy. He's going to be kind of, a QB1 for the foreseeable future. And then he's had some struggles. So, but if you remember, Aaron Rodgers didn't exactly light it up his first year. He had 28 touchdowns and 13 interceptions in his first year. And the Packers went 6-10. I'm not saying, I'm saying is, hold on. Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
My point being is that my point being is that they still have 10 games for Jordan Love to kind of show them what he can do, right? And the first halves, Matt LaFleur, the first halves have been absolutely dreadful. The Packers are basically last in every statistical offensive category in the first half, and they're top 5 in the second half statistical offensive category.
I'll give you that.
So something is weird.
I'll give you that. Matt LaFleur has to call a bet. He has to call a better game, and in the first half and things like that, because it seems to be like once you're in the second half and you're down and you let the kid
there's urgency.
And you unleash him. He's making throws. He's doing the things he needs to do. One thing that does concern me with Jordan Love are the turnovers. Those interceptions.
Late game interceptions,
they're starting to mount. So he needs to correct that. But I think he can be a good quarterback. But the coaching staff has to do him a little bit more favors here. And I also think Aaron Jones being injured and things like that really hurts him. Hurts him a lot,
bro. That's a very young, inexperienced skill set guys. His skill players are very inexperienced and young, first and second year guys outside of the running backs. And like you said, Bagla, Aaron Jones has been hurt for 2/3 of the season, basically, outside of that first game against Chicago, where you saw exactly what Aaron Jones means to this football team when he's healthy and he's right. So listen, you can make all the excuses you want. Jordan Love has played a bad month and change of football. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, those first and second half splits, those are so glaring that there's something to the play calling. There's something to the offensive scheme that they're running coming out of these games. Way too conservative. Stop it, Matt LaFleur. Stop it. So that's all.
For Dynasty, I think we're just mostly worried. I think, fantasy wise, yeah, he's giving you a good floor, like you said, but we're more concerned long term. Obviously, what's going to happen after this season? What if the Packers don't finish with a good record? What if they're able to draft a quarterback? So I think those. I
guess you kind of have to wait and see. There's still a lot to happen, and there's still a lot of season. There's still a lot of season left to go. So I think the next 4 games really will be very telling on how Jordan Love kind of progresses, and if his production or he looks better than what he's looked.
We'll talk more about it on Tuesday.
Jordan Love.
We'll talk extensively Jordan Love on Tuesday, especially Dynasty. Marcos, what up, Marcos? Lost Waller, stream Schultz, Pitts, Taysom, Ferguson, or McBride, half PPR.
Ooh, those are some good options.
Yeah, they're real good options. I mean, I know with the London injury, you want to get Pitts out there. You stream Pitts, even though the quarterback thing is a little, dicey.
Heineke starting.
Heineke,
I like that.
Heineke, no more.
He's capable.
Not that Heineke is some guy that's
he's better than Ritter, Brady, and he gives them a chance.
He's capable, but I like Schultz. Schultz has been really good. You know what I'm saying with CJ Stroud. Fergie is my guy, even though he's a cowboy. I love Fergie. Dak just he gets the targets, right? He gets the targets. Dak looks for him, so he does a lot of good things. Fergie. McBride with Clayton Tune, I'm kind of staying away from, right? I don't know. Even though he had that huge game with Dobbs, it was one huge game, right? And how can you go wrong with Taysom Hill? Like, I love me some Taysom Hill. Even though people start him and as like a last ditch resort, things like that. The guy gives you rushing, he gives you receiving. You want him to throw a pass? Sure, he'll throw a pass. Like, he just does it all. Like, I love me some Taysom Hill. So out of those options, I guess you go Pitts has the higher upside, right? We would agree Pitts has the higher upside for a bigger game. I think for me, it's either Pitts or Ferguson, with Pitts being the first choice. But don't sleep on Taysom Hill. He can give you 20 points any week. I'm actually starting.
Juwan Johnson is back. Juwan Johnson is back. So as far as like him being on the field at the
he
tight
was back
end,
last week.
I know that's what I'm saying. Is that he could be playing? He's playing less snaps. So, but yeah, Pitts. Don't forget Drake London is out too. So we got Drake London being out, and we've got Heineke coming in. So that kind of makes you feel pretty comfortable, with Pitts. But like you said, Ferguson's a close second, and we've been on Ferguson since like week 1. Like, he had 7 targets. But pick up Ferguson, just play Ferguson for the rest of the season. Stop worrying about tight end every week. Who am I playing? Just play Ferguson and just don't look back. But Hammer,
I actually traded for Ferguson in the subscriber league with you, Steve. You gave me Fergie. I said I traded for Fergie in the subscriber league with you. So.
Yeah, you can have him. Fuck him. I got Pitts.
Listen, I'm kind of in agreement with everything that you said. I think it is between Pitts and Ferguson. Dallas has the higher octane offense. I do like the Heineke move. We've been clamoring for Tyler Heineke for a while, or Taylor Heineke, whatever, for a little while. These are all really good options. Obviously, McBride is out for me, and I think Schultz is out to a lesser degree. So it's between Pitts and Ferguson, with Taysom Hill kind of that X factor wild card, like Bagala said. But give me Ferguson here. I like Dak. I like the consistency of the quarterback, kind of knowing what's going on. But listen, you can make the argument for Pitts, and I really couldn't argue with you much there. But give me Ferguson in the more consistent offense.
Yeah. You could roll with Taysom, of course, too. But
you could.
He's always one of those, like, every few games, he'll do something, then he just goes on that. Or they'll phase him out. Like, it's just weird what they do.
He's been getting a lot more lately. In
Yeah.
the last 3 games, his snap percentage has gone way up because I think they see that Derek Carr ain't that dude. So if they're able to mix in Taysom Hill in those situations and those packages, it's beneficial for their offense.
Last week was less than the 2 weeks prior. That's why I brought up Juwan Johnson because he was at 44 last week, 58 and 60 the week before, when he was really actually catching passes. But yeah. Crispy said no crying in football. What up, guys? Start one for flex and a 10-team half PPR. 10-team half PPR. Hubbard, Hunt, Dotson, Dubes. Appreciate it. Let's help out Quandor here. What are we rolling with, Hammer?
Kareem Hunt's been fantastic. Chuba's getting the start. They're done with Miles Sanders and his bullshit after they just paid him, apparently. So Chuba's getting the start. That's what they say. But we always talk about not playing or trying to play wide receivers over running backs in flex. But in this situation, man, Hunt is very Hunt. I think Hunt or Hubbard are very intriguing. Give me Kareem Hunt here.
Okay. Kareem Hunt for you, Bagala. Where you at, bro? We're rolling with.
I like Chuba. I mean, Hunt's good, but I don't know. Chuba's getting the start. He catches the ball a little bit. He's had some good games, you know. Like Polish said, they're done with Miles Sanders shit. Dotson's really inconsistent for me. Dubes, I don't know. You never know with with Matt LaFleur. It comes down to Hunt and Chuba for me, and I think it's basically kind of a push. It's the same thing. Just give me Chuba. I think right now at this point, Chuba's a little bit more explosive, and he can do a little bit more things than Hunt. And you don't know if Watson's going to play the whole game or if he
do got the Cardinals.
Decide, hey, I can't do this no more. Pull himself out. They do got the Cardinals, but
Kareem Hunt really quick. Kareem Hunt really quick. 4 touchdowns in his last 3 games.
Yeah, well, Ford was out.
Yeah, really good.
I'm just saying. I do like
they're working him in though.
No, yeah, they're working them in together. So I do like Hunt here as well. But I think with Samuel out, I like Dotson. I mean, they're going against the Patriots, so they're more likely to, hamper Terry. And that leaves kind of Dotson with possibly some room to work. So I think I'm gonna roll with Dotson here with Hunt in a close second for me.
At New England?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Diaz back and watch the game film on Jordan Love. When running the scheme the coach wants, he does not look good, but once they fall behind and have to throw, he's making the reads. Okay.
Diaz hit it right on the head. That's exactly what we were saying.
Receivers are not on their marks. The rookies, too many drops. Yep. Heard on a podcast that Saint are 7-0 and Taysom gets 60-yard rushing. They have made an effort to get him involved when Juwan went down. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Utilization's way up. Yeah. What up, Sneech, Chuba, or Stevenson? Full PPR.
I like the way you pronounce that. You finesse that. Sneech. I like that.
Oh, I think I called him Zine last time. I wasn't sure what to call him, but
I wasn't even going to take a shot at that one. Good stuff, Steve.
He finessed that one. That was smooth. Zneech. That's smooth. Give me Chuba here.
Yeah. Stevenson's been a piece of garbage. Give me Chuba again. I'm on the Chuba train.
Y'all love Chuba. This man did just have like 15 carries for like 28 yards, if you remember.
Yeah, but he's also had some good games, and he's getting the carries, and he can catch the ball, and plus he doesn't have Zeke just lurking in the back of him, just waiting to steal touchdowns. So
waiting the ball.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean,
I like it.
And Stevenson has not been good this year. Let's put that out there.
Well, yeah, neither of them really have, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but you
take
expected Stevenson to be.
Stevenson against the Commanders, who's just trying to give up their D line. Isaac, what up, Isaac? Chuba in the flex. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what we're doing, Isaac.
Whack Jones versus the crappy Commanders, or Deshaun at home against Looney Tunes Cardinals. Like that.
Mac Jones has played. Mac Jones has been a little bit better.
Both of them been so bad.
Mac Jones has played better though.
He has a little bit, but not a lot. And Deshaun, is he going to finish the game? Is he not going to finish the game? Does he want to play this? I'm so through with Deshaun Watson. I'm through. I've had it. He's been so bad. Like, he's so good. He has the talent, but I don't know. He's just been so bad that they're both garbage. If I had to choose one, I'm just taking Deshaun because he's the better player. But I want no part of either of them.
I kind of agree with that, but really, Kendrick Bourne is on the IR, so that's a little bit of a hit on Mac Jones's end. So
Mario Douglas is going to be probably the main target, and then what's his name's out again too? Fucking Devontae Parker.
Yeah, well, they're going to run out Mario Douglas out there. They're going to run out Schuster. Your boy Steve, Jalen Rager is going to get some playing time.
That's not my boy.
Yeah, that's your boy.
No, my boy is Boutte. I like Booty coming out. I mean, he's just a head case, but yeah, I guess I gotta pause that. But that's how you say
clip it. Clip that, baby.
Oh, he said he likes a booty. He didn't specify what kind of booty.
Touche.
Right, so
it's not like saying "give me cocks."
Whoa!
Yeah, that was.
Whoa!
Yeah, did you see that clip, Bagala?
It was all over the group chat, so I've heard about it. It's made its rounds.
Oh shit.
Give me.
Yeah, I'm still going with Deshaun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Deshaun as well, but I don't like either option. Yeah, it's got to be Deshaun if he's playing. He's just better than Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Chase Edmonds getting more involved. Yeah, I saw that. I picked him up in a couple leagues. Crowder with Samuels out, and the future Hall of Famer Sam Howell with no defense. Yeah.
Bagala loves him some Sam Howell. He does. Bagala thinks, the Diaz brothers think the Sam Howell is a future Hall of Famer, right?
I don't think he's a future Hall of Famer. I just think the kid's a player, and I think he can play. He showed you he can play. And if Riverboat Ron got his shit together, the Commanders should have 2 more wins. They should have beat the Eagles twice. Sam Howell did everything he could have in those 2 games, and Riverboat Ron just gave it away. So I don't know. I just think he's a player. And I think he got a little bit of something going there for him.
We should have clipped that Diaz, but it was too late.
You know what, Diaz?
I missed it.
Diaz, that's ancient history. We're not bringing that up. That was that little spoon, big spoon thing. You got that. Nobody else needs to know.
Which brings us to our next topic. Kenny Walker, Zach Charbonnet. Something going on here where
we knew
last week Kenny Walker played 41% of snaps and Charbonnet played 59. And apparently the pass blocking of Zach Charbonnet is way better than Kenneth Walker. And I believe I saw something that said Pete Carroll even said, when he's hot or something like that, I got to keep him in, which was one of the things that worried me about Kenneth Walker coming in, because that's how that fucking guy is, where he's like, he'll just play the hot hand. He doesn't really care. He just wants to play the hot hand. He wants to win. So are we a little bit worried about K9 that Charbonnet may be taking some more snaps, especially in the pass game, especially early in the offseason, where we heard they want to try and incorporate Charbonnet into that third down role with the pass blocking and the pass catching ability. And now we're in, towards the second half of the season. Are we going to start to see that more? I mean, he went from
Yes,
going 5% of the snaps now to 59 last game. What do you guys think? Bagala, I'll let you go first.
you should be. You should be very worried if you're a K9 owner. This is the time of year where they're just, if you have two capable backs, they're not just going to put the load on one guy. So they're going to run both of them, and they're going to run them all the way through November and December. This is what happens with running backs. And the moment they drafted Charbonnet, you knew that this was going to come. I mean, Charbonnet's good enough where K9 is not going to be able to keep him off the field like that. You know what I'm saying? And Seattle does pass. They throw the ball a lot. So if you can't protect the quarterback, or you're lacking in your pass blocking and the other running back is better, he's going to be on the field. And I just think that down the stretch here in November, once you get into that cold weather, we're going to see a 50-50 split from both these guys. And it's going to be nerve-wracking for whoever has K9. Because Charbonnet is capable.
What's wild about this situation is Kenneth Walker was dominating early on, right? He was producing at a fantastic clip. He's still RB8 in full PPR, I believe. So it's one of those things where it's like, damn, Pete Carroll, really? You're just gonna rip Kenneth Walker off the field after he was just balling out for you pretty much the first half of the season. So I understand it. And even listen, he only played 41% of the snaps, as you alluded, Blanc. Bro, he averaged 8.25 yards per carry on his 8 carries. So Kenneth Walker it's not a talent issue. It's not, and I understand the pass blocking thing. I truly understand it. And that's one of the things. And isn't it weird that a rookie is a better pass blocker than Kenneth Walker, who's a veteran? Like that it should be the other way around, where
it's just some guys can do it better than others. You understand?
I totally agree on that. I totally agree on that. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at Kenneth Walker's production on a per game basis, bro, he's been awesome. So it's like, but they have 2 good running backs. Let's just call it what it is. They have 2 good running backs. We just haven't seen the full. We haven't seen the full Charbonnet, obviously, up to this point. So,
and we're getting down to the
nitty gritty,
where it's gonna be, close to playoff time, and they may want to keep, Kenneth Walker healthy for a playoff run. So this is the part of the season where you're gonna see him concede some of that work to Charbonnet, just so they can say, all right, we're into December. And now, you know what I'm saying, late December, we got a healthy K9 down the stretch.
And the fucked up part about it is, for fantasy managers, you got to play Kenneth Walker every single week, regardless. Like, you can't not play him the way the running back situation is. Like, he's an RB1 the way it is. So you have to play him every single week.
Marco, I think we all went with Pitts, me and Bagala, and Hammer went with Ferguson, but understandable if you want to play Taysom. I see here you missed it, you said. Actually, Diaz's question, I think I don't think we actually answered. Okay, was it Chase or Crowder that I'd play Crowder?
Who? Chase
Edmonds?
Chase Edmonds.
Jameson.
Chase Edmonds.
Jameson Crowder.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Washington.
Yeah, he's in Washington.
He's back in Washington.
Samuel's out. Yeah, he had a big game last week. Where the fuck you been?
I don't see fucking Crowder have a big game. I'll tell you that. Yeah, give me.
Too busy watching the fucking Giants suck. I mean,
yeah.
Give me Chase Edmonds. I'll take Edmonds. Fuck you, Steve. That's why you lost your quarterback.
Oh God,
you don't even have. You're in the same boat as us. We both got no damn QB.
Well, mine is healthy. He just sucks.
Exactly. We're both in the same boat. Dylan, what up, Dylan? Forewarning, not an exciting question. In fact, it's an ugly one. All good for your dad's team. It's all right if it's for your team, bro. It's all good. So sometimes we draft bad teams. It happens.
Asking for a friend.
Trying to help him out.
And if it's for your dad, don't help him out. Let him drown.
All right. So A-Chain and Connor's on IR, but 1 running back, 1 flex, full PPR. Keontae Ingram, Charbonnet, Singletary. If I get his claim off of waivers, okay. Why didn't you pick him up already? McKinnon, Jay Wilson. Okay, Latavius Murray, Quentin Johnson, Wandale, Mingo, Odell, Shakir, and Crowder. We just briefly talked about Crowder. Shakir had a big game last week. I think they ran a lot more like 11 personnel last week instead of the 2 tight end sets with Knox out. So Shakir is interesting. Wandale, actually, I like. He's a good little PPR dude, just not much upside. Quentin Johnson, we mentioned that Joshua Palmer is out, right? Latavius Murray, meh. Now we've got, big fucking thigh Lenny Fournette in there.
Oh yeah, it's
Jeff
gonna be
Wilson,
Lenny all day.
meh. I mean, CEH is out. Maybe McKinnon gets a few more looks. Singletary, we've got Damian Pierce out. Charbonnet, we just talked about getting more snaps, and then Keontae Ingram got a little more involved last week, but Demercado is still kind of the guy there. 1 running back, 1 flex. Hammer, what you got?
Really quick,
Demercado's
really
out.
quick.
No
Yeah.
Demercado.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
out.
that's right. That's right.
Yep, Demercado's out.
I just traded him for a 4th a couple days ago. So
Nice. All right. So really
Now
quick,
it's out.
Dylan, before I answer your questions directly, I got a couple of little issues I just want to iron out. Number one, as Bagala said, if you're running your team for your dad, that's an issue I have. Number one. Number two, you should be trying to cut his throat out at any opportunity if this is fantasy. Now,
Put him in the wall, Dylan.
If it's not a money league, then I can understand to a lesser degree. If there's any money on the line, tell your dad to subscribe to Dynasty Life Fantasy Football, and he can get his questions from us. Continuing on to the question, Dylan. 1 running back, 1 flex. I think Singletary is very interesting. Keontae Ingram as well. The problem with Charbonnet is it kind of looks like a 50-50 split, 55-45. So that I don't know if I could lean on Charbonnet more than those other 2 guys. So the running back I would play, I would probably play Singletary with Damian Pierce out. And then for the flex, I'm going to go a wide receiver here, and I'm going to go Quentin Johnston just because Josh Palmer's out. Now, I know Eckler is back, and Eckler essentially is the number 2 wide receiver. So Quentin Johnston really slides in as the number 3 pass catcher on that team behind Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler. But give me the upside with Quentin Johnston. It looked like they tried to get him in. McKinnon's very interesting, but I think Pacheco's dominating. McKinnon's way too volatile in terms of when he's going to get his production, specifically down in those red zone goal line packages. Jeff Wilson Jr., I can't rely on him just yet. So give me Singletary as the running back and give me QJ in the flex. Can make the argument for Crowder.
No, I'm gonna go Big Q in the flex. If any time is his time, now's the time. There's no Joshua Palmer there. All right. So he should get a couple of extra looks. He should be able to do something with them. I'm with you, Polish, on Singletary. Like he's gonna have the backfield to himself. He can also catch the ball coming out of the backfield. He's a good player, but Ingram is interesting also since there's no Demercado. And they are trying and Tune out there. So you would think that they're gonna run the ball a little bit more, right? But that defense, they're playing the Browns, and that defense is just it's so rough. It's probably the best defense in the league. But Ingram's gonna get the touches. But yeah, I'm with you, Polish. Give me Singletary. Fire up Q Johnson for this week. And I think Q has a good week, and same thing with Singletary.
Now, really quick before we throw it back to Blanc, does the QJ matchup scare you because he's playing at the Jets?
A little bit, but you would figure, Sauce is gonna end up on Keenan, and there's so many other things that they have to worry about with Eckler and things like that. It could scare me a little bit, but I think he's good enough. I think he's good enough. He got the size. This is his week to show and do something. There's no Palmer. You're gonna get the extra looks, definitely. You know,
he's going to be on the
though,
field, you would imagine.
Yeah, you know, like Steve said, Wandell is interesting too because the Raiders aren't world beaters, but I'm taking the Raiders to beat my Giants just because they fired Josh McDaniels. The weight is off their shoulders. They're gonna come out and they're gonna play like with their hair on fire, like they're happy he's gone. So I don't know about Wandell, but I don't know. I like Q.
Is this the Aiden O'Connell coming out game?
Listen. If they're able to protect him now, and this is honest because the Giants, their defense has been solid, right? And they've been getting after the quarterback. And from what I've seen the last couple of games with the Raiders is they can't protect the quarterback. Jimmy G was getting smashed, right? So if they're able to keep O'Connell upright, maybe he'll be able to do something against the Giants because, you know, with the Giants, we suck. We give up a ton of points. But if they can't protect him, then I don't know. But O'Connell's interesting this year for a super flex. I mean, this week for super flex. But with this question, for me, it's Johnson and Singletary.
Well, don't forget Waller's out too.
Waller is out, and that's why, you know, Wandell. But also Jalen Hyatt's going to see a couple more looks. But the thing is that Daniel Jones is back. And I fully expect this Giants offense to go right back to the way it was. It's not Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor looks so much better in this offense. He was actually getting players the ball and things like that. But now it's Daniel Jones again. So you don't know what you're going to get.
Actually, I'm going to go with Wandell.
Ooh, you dirty little man.
Good luck, Steve.
Go Wandell.
Good luck.
Against.
Good luck. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, Quinn's interesting. I mean, they do got to pass the ball. Obviously, there's some upside. They are playing the Jets, though. So, I mean, is it the coming out party for QJ? I think Wandell will be pretty safe, I feel like. He's going to have some catches where Quinn Johnson is probably going to be a hit or miss. And then I'm probably going with Singletary there for the RB position.
I've watched Daniel Jones all year. He's a piece of shit. Don't get me started.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. It just it gets into my soul. You know, 40 million for that. Come on.
Ferguson or Everett at tight end. I think we're all beyond Ferguson.
Yeah, Fergie.
Mary said A-Chain coming back next week. I think with the buys have to start Moss this week.
That's not a bad start.
You're okay with playing Moss? I mean, he's still splitting carries. If you are in a position where you have to start Moss like every single week,
not a bad thing.
Fucking play him. Don't be like me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then him go off. So, like you just play him, especially if
he'll get 10 carries.
Mary, I was looking at some underdog picks. I think I like the 18.5 rushing yards for Zach Charbonnet, even though they're going against Baltimore. I don't care. And I do like the Rashad Bateman 20.5 receiving yards.
No, we're doing that. We're doing that. Bateman. No, we're not doing Bateman.
He's beat that. He's beat that the last 2 games. We're talking about 20 receiving yards. Again, he's done that the last.
We're talking about
games.
Bateman.
We're looking for an easy 1 catch, 2 catch, and that's it. He's got it. It's a low yardage situation. I like it. And again, he's beat that the last 2 weeks. That's all I got so far. I'm still kind of scrolling through, Mary. Did Lasagna Lenny get activated? You see those thighs?
Bro,
no, it says he won't play in week 9, so he's not going to be playing this week. One Nation in the building. What up, One Nation?
There it is.
Dylan said it's a 2-family league. It's basically family versus family. He's playing one of my good friends who I want to talk trash to.
Okay.
He's making his dad or his sister's money if they win. So he's doing their teams, drafted them, did all the work. It's been a lot, but hey, trying to get the bread. There you go.
Hey, you know what?
There you go.
Dylan, I owe you a half an apology. I semi-apologize. Go get that bread for your family. hopefully you get a cut.
Man. Half team on by London Palmer. Drop JSN for Tank Dell off waivers for upside. Should I flex Singletary, QJ, or grab Crowder? Singletary, QJ, or Crowder in the flex, boys. What are we doing? Bagala, you can take this one first.
Rough. I'm not on the Crowder train. I'm just not. So it's at a Singletary, a QJ. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. Who Houston got who this week?
Got you. Give me a.
It's not. Is it the Saints?
No,
it's not the Saints.
I literally just had it. Houston has
home
against Tampa Bay.
Home against Tampa Bay. So running might be a little. You know what? Give me QJ. I think give me QJ. I like QJ. Monday night, you got the little, on Monday night thing going for you. I'll take QJ. I think he has a good game this week. It has to be this week for him.
Going Hammer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go QJ as well. I would feel so much more better about this if they weren't playing the Jets, but I think Justin Herbert is a fantastic quarterback. And I think Quentin Johnson is going to be on the field, man. Like this has got to be a game where he goes 5 for 60 and a touchdown. Like that's the bar I feel like he can have.
And Sauce is going to have his hands full with Keenan. So, and
Austin Eckler is a factor as well. So like, I think like you said, you could look at it from both ends of the spectrum, right? As we said, QJ, Keenan Allen is wide receiver 1. Austin Eckler essentially is wide receiver 2 on that team in this scenario, and Quentin Johnson's wide receiver 3. So Quentin Johnson's not going to be seeing the main coverage or the main attention, so he should be able to shake loose. Or our 25 targets going to be split between Eckler and Keenan, and QJ gets 6 targets. So you can kind of look at it either way. I want to be a little bit more positive, and I think Quentin Johnson could get 7 targets. He'll finish with 5 for 50 and a touchdown. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll roll with QJ as well. There, just real quick, back to Dylan's question. I think I read it wrong off the last one. He says he's got Ferguson. He can play in the flex also instead of the Quentin Johnson or Wandale that we have there that we decided to choose there. Does that change anything, or are you still going with Quentin Johnson?
Oh, that changes everything for me. I put Fergie in the flex. Fergie has
typically I don't like playing tight ends in the flex.
Me either. But I think he has a safer floor than QJ, and plus he has a better matchup. Like you can throw on the Eagles, and their pass defense has not been good this year, and their linebackers are definitely struggling. I would play Fergie in the flex. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might be inclined to do that as well. Ferguson or Wandale.
Yeah, I'd put Fergie in the flex.
I don't know. I don't like tight ends in the flex, especially for a guy like Ferguson. I feel like Quentin Johnson's one of those guys that can get loose on one big play. It's going to take Ferguson kind of in that red zone area. Now, the safer floor thing, I totally agree with. But I think if I'm going with somebody in my flex, give me some upside. I feel like Quentin Johnson may be able to shake loose. He might be able to catch a 5, 6, 7 yard kind of slant screen route and maybe take it the distance. So still give me QJ here just because he's one big play away from really making your day.
Yeah, I think I'll still roll with QJ there as well. Herbert, Bijan, Waddle, CD, Kincaid, and Cook are his starters. Simp said. Okay.
You look like you're in decent shape. Blanc just fleeced somebody in our home league for Jalen Waddle, by the way.
Well, it's not a fleece. I paid Jordan Addison End
You're
of
right. With no
2024, late
Are you
first,
guys
with a
trying to get back
14
together?
team
What's going on here? We're giving each other gifts.
1QB, which is, and she's a rebuilding team. I sent out trades. It was in the inbox. It wasn't talked about anything. I just was one of those, send out trades, which I do every night.
Right.
And that's what happened. So I got Waddle for Addison and a first. I mean,
Right. He saw Kirk Cousins went down. He said, let me ship Addison out for basically free.
I like a
And then
smart fucking genius dynasty owner, and I went to a
And you
team
fleeced,
that is
and
almost in
and you-
last place and
you fleeced
decided,
them.
hey, you could probably use a young wide receiver and a pick. Why take the Waddle points when when you can get Addison and the first?
Because Waddle's still like, whatever. It was
Fleeced.
Fleeced. I think it was more like a gift. It was a gift.
All right, let's put it this way, Blanc. Would you have accepted that if you were on the other end? If you were in that situation? Hell
yes,
no.
I would have accepted.
No,
you're so.
No, you're such a liar. You're such a fucking liar.
So
I'm a tier down king. I went from Waddle to Godwin in a first. I went from Waddle to Michael Pittman in a first. I'm fine with tearing down, especially if I'm not winning this season.
I agree.
He's fine with tearing down as long as it's not for Boglan. That's when he's fine for tearing down.
I traded Waddle in 2 leagues. So, anyway.
But this is not a super flex league. This is not a super flex league, by the way.
Would you give up second for Kittle straight up, tight ends or Waller or Conquo and Mayer?
Tight end premium? Yes.
Yep.
Well,
if you're going for the gusto, if you're One Nation, if you're in anywhere from first to fourth, is this a super flex league? I would imagine it is. So a second is still pretty valuable. For Kittle straight up, if I'm going for the gusto, and I've said this from the rip, if you haven't seen any of our shows, I've said this from the rip. George Kittle will frustrate the hell out of you. I have him in our home dynasty league. Like I said, Boggle is the commissioner, and he's going to give you the weeks where he pisses you the fuck off. But George Kittle from the tight end position can win you weeks on a week-to-week basis. He can go out there and do it. I think he had 9 grabs for 149 yards last week. He's not going to do that every week. He had a 3-touchdown game as well this season. He's not going to do that every week. But George Kittle is a difference maker, or can be a difference maker on a week-to-week basis, especially if you're going for it. So if you're going for it, then I support this. If you're kind of middle of the pack, I would say no. Because a second, if you're going for it and you're in first to fourth, depending on if it's a 10 or 12-man league, this ends up being a 210. I would do it for Kittle if I'm going for it.
Yeah. It all depends. If you're going for it, Kittle's a 30-year-old tight end. I'll send a second for it. But if you're not, if you're a bad team.
A late second? I would do a late second for Kittle.
Yeah.
If it's a late second and you're competing, then fine.
That matters.
That's not costing you much. If it's an early second, I'm probably not doing. Or even if I am competing, what if I just buy Schultz instead for like a third, and then still have the second to spare? Or especially if you're competing, at least you've got that in your pocket. Things go wrong, you get injuries. Now you have at least a second instead of just a third and a fourth.
Or we just hold off, because from everything that we're hearing, the Raiders pass catchers, their stock should be up with Aiden O'Connell right now, right? So just hold off on it and see what Michael Mayer gives you. He had a few weeks. He had a few weeks where he had some good games there. He looks capable. So just give it a week or two and see where Aiden O'Connell takes the Raiders. And you don't have to make a trade. Maybe Michael Mayer is serviceable and you can stick him in there. I mean, Waller wasn't killing it. What's your record? I would like to know the record, because O'Connell and Waller wasn't killing it. So yeah, where are you right now? They haven't really been giving you any real production out of there. So if you're a good team and you haven't been getting the production out of those two, fuck it. Don't make the trade. Drop Michael Mayer out there and save your second round pick.
course. So yeah, it just depends on what your situation is. And like I said, even if you're competing, maybe you can get somebody a little bit cheaper than Kittle. Because if you're competing, I mean, I don't think the difference between Kittle and Schultz is going to mean whether you win the league or not. You know what I mean? So
No,
just having the assets in your pocket. Yes, he can win you a week and go hammer. We know, but he can
I,
also be a regular schmegular just like everybody else. So
I understand, but I'm telling you, dude, as a guy who had him and went on a playoff run with Kittle. Now I understand he's a year older, etc. But George Kittle is a difference maker when you need it in the playoffs. Trust me and believe it. I've been saying it since week 1, since before the season. George Kittle will frustrate the hell out of you, but he will come through for you when you need him the most in a playoff game, in a game late in the season. He will come through for you. And also, too, George Kittle is one of those tight ends where you just plug him in and you don't even think about it, right? He's still one of those guys where you plug him in and you don't worry about your tight end position. So if you're in that situation, I would agree. I like Michael Mayer, and I agree with Bagala to a degree. It depends on where you are, right? If you're a middling team or maybe on the back end, right? I wouldn't give up an early second round pick. I would not do that. Let me just be clear about that. But like I said, if you're 1 through 4 in a 12-man league and that's a back end second, I'm doing it.
say he's 4-4, 7th place, 1 win away to make a jump to 3rd or 4th place.
So you're right in the middle of it. You're right in the middle of it. You're right in the smack of it.
Do it.
It could go either way here, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I just don't know. I don't. We know that the warp shows it doesn't make a big enough
That's
difference
fair.
to
That's
spend
fair.
that. So
fair.
you know, I'll take the 2.5 points less points per game from Schultz, and you know, if you're stronger in the other positions, then you're fine. I just don't know if I just want to spend a second, especially if I'm middle of the pack kind of right now, and things can go kind of either way. I wouldn't want to have, you know, Kittle on my team if you know, I'm in that losing position. Now, I will say to be fair, the second round pick, if you can get that back for Kittle, like eventually, if you want to take the chance and then maybe you can trade him to another team, that'll give you a second for it. At least you can get that second back. But I think I just like spending a little bit less on like a Schultz and then holding on to the second so that now you can make another put. You know what I mean? Instead of just Kittle, maybe you can spend the 3rd to get a Schultz, and now you still have the 2nd to go spend and get a Joshua Palmer or something, you know, something that you can use the 2nd for that can get you a Adam Thielen, maybe. Like, I don't know what team he's on, but you know what I mean? Maybe you could spend that 2nd in another place to also help your team.
It's so hard for me to spend a second on Thielen, even though he's killing. But just I don't know. Hold
that at this point, but I'm just saying that you have options to where, you know, if you spend the later pick, now you still have options to spend the 2nd. That's all.
If I'm you, I'm starting Michael Mayer this week, and I'm trotting him out there against the Giants. It's a you know, but just watch Michael Mayer. I'm telling you, if Aiden O'Connell knows everything everybody's saying he is, you might have something there and don't have to give up anything.
Jim said he's got to flex 2 of the ones he said above. My bad. Did I miss?
Yeah, we did this one.
Should I flex? Yeah, we did that. Did I miss it simply? Oh, the ones here are my starters. Need to flex 2 of the ones I mentioned above.
We did the QJ on that one.
Yeah.
Write a new question in there if I missed it. Oh, I'm working my way down. Maybe you wrote it in here again. I'm definitely leaning Singletary. Hope the claim works well. If I can't, who's the guy leaning? Yeah, I'd say Ingram with the guys that you had up there. Wandell, QJ, Crowder, most intriguing to me. Mingo 2 against the Colts. Yeah. I feel it. Here we go. Herbert, Bijan, James Cook, CD, Waddle, Tank Dell, Kincaid starters. Flex Singletary, QJ, or pick up Crowder. Yeah, I think we were going with QJ here, right?
We went
Quentin Johnson.
Going with QJ. Superflex spot, Heineke or O'Connell.
Ooh. Yeah, give me. Ooh, I was gonna say Heineke right away, just because I kind of know what Heineke is. I know he's gonna sling it around. He's got the weapons. Bijan, Pitts, no London though, which is a little concerning.
Hey, listen, O'Connell got some weapons too now.
He does. He's got
So-
Michael Mayer. He's got Josh Jacobs. He's got Jacoby Myers. He's got Devontae Adams.
Devontae.
You know what? Give me Aiden O'Connell here because at least I know the Raiders probably are going to throw it around a little bit. And Mike Smith, or what's the coach's name there? Arthur Smith?
And no.
Arthur-
Antonio Pierce.
No. In Atlanta.
And Arthur Smith.
Right. He's still the coach, right? And they're
Yeah,
going
he's
to
still
run
in.
and they're gonna do really weird things in Atlanta. Give me Aiden O'Connell here. The more that I think about it.
Yeah, the way they've been talking about O'Connell, I think they're gonna try and fling the ball around and unleash him. I'm starting O'Connell this week if I got him.
Okay.
Damn.
Heineken is Steven's boy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
We've been clamoring for him though.
He is a veteran quarterback that
we've seen him sling it around
before, so he can sling it around. He's not amazing in any sense, but Heineke. I mean,
if Drake London was there, I would like Heineke a little bit more. But
the
coaching is weird. The coaching is weird in
Atlanta. Kimmy O'Connell as well by a hair. Crispy said Danny Dumbass. Yep.
Yeah,
Danny
pretty
Nichols.
much Crispy.
Yeah, we did that one. CJ or Howell, Frank said.
That's another interesting one because
is.
normally you would say CJ, but he's coming off a bad game against Carolina. I know Bagala say they have a good back end, but CJ's been slinging it around on people kind of no matter what, and that was just a very surprising game. And listen, to give you some transparency, Bagala and I did a parlay, and we had CJ Stroud for 237.5, and we thought he was going to smash that easy.
We
had confidence in CJ Stroud going into that Carolina game, even though they had a good, so we felt like CJ Stroud was going to be a good play last week. Sam Howell, who did the Commanders have this week?
New England and
at New England.
First time quarterbacks against Bill Belichick typically don't do that good. In New England, even though I love Howell, I'm gonna have to go CJ Stroud here.
Yeah, give me CJ Stroud as well.
Yeah, I'm going
at
CJ
home
also. Show. All right. Mary said she likes the Charves 18.5, Kincaid 38.5. Yeah, I like that too. I don't think I got that far yet.
Go back, Steve, to two questions. We missed one.
What?
We missed that. The Adams one.
My bad, Brian. Brian said, "Are we smashing the start button on Devontae? Got Jacobs and Adams on starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Worried about if Adams will get the production.
Doesn't matter.
No,
Devontae Adams, you're starting. You're starting Devontae Adams. Don't overthink it. Steve and I have said this on many occasions. You are starting your studs, regardless, right? Because even if Devontae Adams doesn't have a high volume day, he has a good chance of getting in the end zone just because he is Devontae Adams. Don't overthink it, Brian. I'm pretty sure you don't have many better options than Devontae Adams. Start Devontae Adams and start Josh Jacobs for that matter as well.
Yeah, she stopped both of them against the Giants, and I think Devontae Adams is going to have a high volume day. I think O'Connell's going to feed it to him. Last time we saw O'Connell, he threw for 300 plus yards and a touchdown. I mean, he did have 2 picks, but he's going to fling it. I'm starting Devontae, and I'm starting Josh Jacobs. Jacobs is probably going to gut the Giants. If I know Antonio Pierce, he's going to want to run the ball. Like, it's going to be a bad day. We're going to lose. I know we're going to lose.
Yeah, give me Devontae. We're playing him there. Isaac said, you think they're trying to keep Cook fresh for a run, or they just don't trust him on goal to go sit? James Cook, they've never liked him on the goal line. And Latavius Murray's not getting it done, so they're like, fuck it, let's just bring in Lenny. So I expect Lenny to kind of take over the Latavius role pretty much. They just don't want Cook, or they don't look at him as the goal line guy or a guy they want to give a lot of touches to. He's been efficient running the football, but it just seems like they don't want him to do that. They don't want him to do that. They just want to limit his touches to an extent. So I don't know. You guys feel any different?
I'm with you, but I think it's more what Isaac said. I think they're trying to keep him fresh for, for the playoffs and things like that. He is a smaller back, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they're taking away those short yardage, those goal to goal opportunities from him. You bring in Lenny. Lenny's going to be the hammer. So yeah, it's more about keeping him fresh, keeping him healthy, and I don't think you're going to see him get too many of those opportunities once Lenny starts to get up and running.
Anything else you want to throw in there, Hammer?
Nope.
Simp, Herbert going against the Jets. Is it crazy to think of playing Heineke or Minshew over him? Feel crazy for even thinking about it, but they are playing the Jets.
Yeah, you are crazy.
Right. The Jets are not the 85 Bears. They're not the 2000 Ravens. Let's relax on the Jets.
Polish just said you play your guys. Like there's just some guys that are matchup proof. Not matchup proof, that there's going to be a matchup, but you still play them because they're that damn good.
And also, too, your draft capital that dictates kind of on, especially on certain guys, your draft capital dictates that you're playing them. You probably picked up Gardner Minshew off waiver wire. You're not playing him over Justin Herbert. Stop it.
Yeah, you're still playing.
Even though Minshew Mania is Minshew Mania, but
you're still playing. You're still playing.
Minshew's
Herbert.
playing
Isaac will talk about the Dolphins Jets. We'll get into that. I got it on
Dolphins
here.
Chiefs.
But I mean Dolphins Chiefs, my bad. Song said Kincaid or Joku.
Kincaid at this point.
Yeah, definitely rolling with Kincaid. I like Joku, but Kincaid is
and it's Kincaid. It's Kincaid because Deshaun Watson just isn't good right now. If Deshaun Watson was good, it'd be a question to start in Joku.
Damn, I was gonna say something. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is it me, or do you guys love that 9:30 a.m. football game as like an appetizer to kind of get you rolling for the rest of the day? I just 100%. Love waking up. I love that one game at 9:30 that just gets me kind of in the mood, and then you get the full slate at 1 o'clock. It just feels like
it was so nice because I had one of those when I was in Kentucky. So I woke up at like 9 o'clock and it's like football on. I'm just in the hotel room. I'm like, oh, there's football all day.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No wife and kids
Flex
around the
Lord Chino.
That's the more beautiful part.
What's good, Flex Lord? Guys, he's 4-4. He's got Puka and Cup both. Do we think that he should trade Puka for Thielen? I also have Hollywood, Ridley, Puka and Cup at wide receiver. Backs are Pacheco, Ford, Brees, and Najee.
I'm thinking this is a
redraft.
Right?
Yeah.
Trade Puka for Thielen?
No.
I would consider it. I would try to get a little bit more flex.
Yeah,
I would try. I would shop Puka around for a little bit more to see what I could get, because Thielen now, I think Thielen's been fantastic, but how much longer can Thielen keep it up? He's 33 years old for price leagues.
And you can probably get more for Puka.
No.
What would the target be then?
We're going lateral too. So, we're going wide receiver to wide receiver.
Hey, Justin Jefferson.
So it's got to be somebody that just likes Puka more than the guy that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or somebody's hurting. If they're hurting and they got Justin Jefferson on IR over there, take a shot in the dark. I did with Debo.
You could package something. You could package a Ridley with a Puka maybe and go get Justin Jefferson. I wouldn't mind that.
And he's only got 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, but if he's got if he packages Ridley with Puka, or Ridley, I wouldn't trade Cup because I would throw Ridley with Puka out there, and see if I could get Justin Jefferson, and then figure out for at least another week or so, because you're 4-4, so you have. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
I try and go get Devontae Adams, maybe. He's been a little bit on the downside right now. I try and go Puka for Devontae straight up. Puka has the numbers to back up. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to try and get it done before tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to get it done before tomorrow's games, because I don't think it's going to look that pretty for Puka tomorrow. But
He was a little hurt too, so
and Puka's a little hurt too. So, but he's going to play, but Stafford's not, and that's where it's going to hurt Puka. So you got to try and get it done, maybe tomorrow. 49ers
I think that's
on
why
the
maybe he's saying. I think that's why he's saying Thielen, because I think anybody else with any of those other guys are just like, yeah, why should I take the risk on Puka now with Stafford hurt if I have, if I have a top guy already? So, like, that's the tough part is you're basically, you've got to overpay for somebody, So
the Devontae Adams thing is interesting.
Yeah, that
I
is
wouldn't mind taking a shot at that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we do that, Flex Lord. Go to my most popular video. What's up, man? Non-PPR. Aaron Jones, Singletary, Ramondre got to pick 2. Even though they say Aaron Jones is healthy, they said that last week, so I don't know what to do.
All right. So what's interesting about this is Bagala hates the Packers with a passion, but he loves Aaron Jones for some reason.
I love Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is so good.
We talk about Aaron Jones almost on a weekly basis, and he just loves Aaron Jones for whatever reason, because he's pretty awesome when he plays and when he's healthy and rolling. Yeah, and Blanc, we talked about this the last couple of weeks. Aaron Jones is hard to play right now. You can't trust him. He's fantastic if he's right, but it's so hard to play him. I think Singletary is the guy we're playing regardless in this scenario.
Yes.
So I think Singletary's the lock here, and then it's between Aaron Jones and Ramondre. Give me Aaron Jones with some upside, honestly. I'm not fucking with Ramondre. Give me Aaron Jones. I'll take my chances.
Yes, give me 33. Give me Singletary. Give me 33. I'm rolling with 33 all day. Maybe it's going to come back to bite me in the ass, but you know what? 33 can go for fucking 0 to 70 in a heartbeat, and Ramondre's is stuck in neutral. So, Singletary and 33, and I'm not thinking about it.
Aaron Jones definitely has the higher ceiling.
I'm rolling with those two as well. We'll sit Ramondre. Daniel, what up, Daniel? Fellas need one. Lockett, Addison, or Downs. We've got Downs a little bit banged up.
Yep.
Addison with no Kirk, with the rookie, and then we've got Lockett
against the Ravens.
Ravens got a pretty good defense.
That is a pickle.
That's a pickle. Ravens is pretty good defense.
Rolling with, boys?
If Josh Downs plays, I'm playing Downs. Let me look at the timing on this situation. So Colts play at 1, Vikings play at Colts play at 4. Fuck. Damn. And
read off the matchups.
Yeah, so the Seahawks play the Ravens at 1.
I know that one.
The Vikings play the Falcons at 1. And the Colts play the Panthers at 4. So the problem is that if you wait for Downs, you could be fucked. Because Lockett and Addison would have already played. That's the problem.
Yeah. So they all got tough matchups.
It's got to be Lockett. No, it's got to be Lockett in this situation, right? Because if you wait for Downs and he doesn't play, then you're
screwed.
Dead.
You're screwed.
So I think you got to go Lockett here, right? Or you trust in Addison with the rookie with Hall?
Atlanta
got a pretty good back end also.
Receivers. Yeah, so
it's like,
and it is a rookie, so
if Seattle's down, they're going to be throwing it a bunch. No.
Yeah, I think you got to go Lockett here.
Yeah, I'm going to go bullish. Yeah, I'm going to go Lockett. It's just unfortunate. If Downs played at 1 o'clock, I would just wait to see, and then I would have played Downs. But Lockett's been okay. He's, outside of that week 1 game, he's provided you with a decent floor. But yeah, in this situation with Downs playing at 4, you got to go Lockett.
Yeah, I'll go with Lockett as well. One Nation said ugly options, but Rondale Moore or Kadarius Toney.
How about that?
I'm taking Toney just because the Cardinals are playing the Browns. It's Toney by default. It's Toney, and I don't like it.
I don't know, man.
Don't feel good about that one.
Like, he's never even on the field. Like, I might have to go Rondell Moore just because Tony isn't
Well,
never on
now
the field. Dude is
they got
plays less than
Miko, but
25%
it could get
of the snaps. Like,
yeah, but it could
Clayton
get
Tune?
ugly against. Yeah, it can get ugly pretty
With
bad,
Clayton
pretty
Tune?
quick.
yeah, take him with Clayton too.
With
I
Clayton,
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Kadarius Tony hasn't scored more than
It's bad.
half PPR, 7.9 fantasy points. I mean, and that was with a
It's bad.
touchdown. That was with a touchdown. So yeah, I mean, yeah, give me Rondell Moore. They're gonna have
go
to
Rondell
throw
Moore
with
here.
them being
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Daniel said need 2 PPR, Moss, Henderson, or Ford.
Ooh.
Need 2 PPR. I
So
guess
he's
it's
sitting 1.
Morse. I guess it's Morse and Henderson, and we I don't really like playing guys coming right back off that injury. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a guy you have to play, right?
We did play last week.
Ford did play last week.
Yeah.
Didn't
He had
feel
9
like it,
carries
did
for
it?
37 yards. Only played 33% of the snaps. We played a little bit last week, so I'm sure he's probably a little more healthy going into this week.
Yeah, maybe. I just think with Rippin, they may lean on the run, and with LA, Henderson may get more opportunities. You're definitely playing Morse.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely playing Moss. I think
Playing
Moss.
I'm playing Moss and Ford.
Henderson got some good work in the receiving game as well.
He did.
With Rippin, though.
Still playing Moss and Ford.
Yeah, give me Moss and Ford as well. If Stafford was playing, I think I would go Moss and Henderson. But yeah, Moss and Ford here. I agree.
Dried Ocean. What up, Dried Ocean? We like it wet over here, though.
Whoa!
I was offered Higgins and Kincaid for Keenan and Musgrave. Musgrave is my starter. Is it worth losing Keenan for upgrade to Kincaid? Thanks in advance. Offered Higgins and Kincaid for Keenan and Musgrave.
I'm not giving up Keenan. He's been too good. If that's the case, I'm streaming tight ends. Fuck it. I'm not doing that for Kincaid. Keenan's been way too good this year, bro. And I know you're banking on Higgins and Joe Burrow, but I just can't see PPR. I can't see even I don't know. Keenan's been too good. I'm keeping Kincaid and Musgrave.
That's a tough
You mean Keenan
one, man.
is keeping Keenan and Musgrave. So yeah, what are we doing, Hammer? Higgins and Kincaid or Keenan and Musgrave?
God damn it. This feels and I keep using this. Boglot, why are you drinking twisted teas, you fucking dirtbag?
Iced tea, bro. Jesus.
Twisted
Christ.
tea. It's twisted tea, you prick. I see it.
You need to do.
So right. I can't have a twisted tea on the weekend.
No, drink a real beer. You get on my case for drinking daiquiris and you're drinking twisted tea.
It was in the refrigerator. It was the wife's. Leave me alone. If there's alcohol in it, I'm gonna drink it. Back to the question.
Man, I just think Kincaid just has so much more upside in it, and I'm losing a little bit off Keenan to go to Higgins. Yeah, give me Higgins and Kincaid with Joe Burrow getting healthy. Yeah, give me Higgins and Kincaid with Joe Burrow getting healthy.
I might go with Higgins and Kincaid too. I mean, that's a really, really close one.
It's definitely close. I agree with that.
Yeah, but you're just expecting Higgins to pick it up, and if he doesn't, then the drop off is massive. Just look at what Higgins has done and what Keenan has done. Higgins is nowhere close to Keenan this year, and if Higgins doesn't pick it up, honestly, and I know we're going crazy. Kincaid looks so good these past couple of games, right?
But no, Knox is going to be out for a while.
He is, but the target hog is still Stephon Diggs. They're still getting Gabe Davis the ball. They're still getting now they're throwing Shakir. Like there's so many. Like Kincaid can give you some stinkers. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but let's not act like he's Travis Kelce here. I can't see giving up Keenan because the drop off is so big this year. Just talking about this year, Higgins has not been close to what he usually is. If you're banking on Higgins getting there, okay, but it's a big drop because Keenan's been so good this year.
Do you think the health of Joe Burrow in conjunction with the health of T. Higgins, being better leads to that production we're kind of used to the last couple of years from Higgins?
Yeah, it could be. You could say that.
It is a tough one. Honestly.
Right now, Musgrave is averaging 6.3 or so fantasy points per game. Kincaid's averaging 8.8, and he really hasn't started playing until the last 2 weeks. So we could be talking about a double-digit difference here at the tight end position, which could kind of make up for whatever the difference is between Higgins and Keenan. And if Higgins does what, hopefully he has that bump up like he does, then, you're good there. So I think I'm going to go with Higgins and Kincaid as well, but I can for sure see the argument with
it's
Keenan
close.
And,
it's close. There's arguments on both sides for sure.
Then Blast Team has AJ Brown, Jefferson on IR, the last place team. Okay, RBs are Sanders, Mixon, and AJ Dillon, and Johnny for tight end. You think Ridley, James Cook, and Kincaid could get me AJ? I mean, possibly. I mean, the dude's in last place, so just offer it. Maybe he just wants to shake shit up. I mean,
yeah.
We got nothing to lose, so send it out. I mean, start the conversation at least.
At least, yeah.
I'll tell you this, Simp. I'm in last place too, and Steve's redrafting. Everybody's coming in my inbox for AJ. Ain't nobody getting AJ Brown. Fuck off.
Yeah, Polish is the type of guy that if he's losing, he wants you to lose too.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting my guys to make you better. I'm not doing it. No.
Did I consider dropping Mac Jones for Jordan Love? I'll need one of those two when Mahomes has his bye next week. So who does Mac Jones play next week, and who does Jordan Love play next week?
I got
tomato. Really, I don't think it matters.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Jordan Love is better than Mac Jones.
It doesn't look like. I don't think Steve. I think Steve agrees with. Really?
I only got a smirk. I only got a smirk because Bagla's got a stupid ass laugh.
Not so sure.
You cut the shit. So next week,
really?
Mac Jones is in Germany against the Colts, and Jordan Love is at Pittsburgh. No, Jordan Love has the safer floor. Jordan Love has the safer floor.
I would pick up Jordan Love. Pittsburgh, you can throw on Pittsburgh, and I don't really want to dance with that Germany trip. You never know. Sometimes teams cross the pond and they take that flight, and everybody comes out all flat. Yeah, if you can drop Mac Jones and pick up Jordan Love, I would do it.
I would as well, because Jordan Love's also giving you a little bit of rushing upside. So Jordan Love is giving you some rushing upside, and Jordan Love has a fairly safe floor. Outside of that Detroit game, his lowest scoring game was like 16. Mac Jones has had negative this year in like almost back-to-back games. So Jordan Love with no weapons, and Jordan Love has comparable weapons. Jordan Love has the safer floor. Don't fucking disrespect Jordan Love, even though he's been pretty bad the last month.
Yeah, I'll go with Jordan Love there too. Sim said he also thought about trading Gibbs for Pollard. He has Monty, or possibly keep and roll with both Gibbs and Monty. I have Connor chilling in my IR, so my RB room going to get tricky on who to start soon. Thought about trading Gibbs for Pollard, who's been disappointing so far. And he has Monty.
Pollard has been disappointing, but if I have Monty, like you have Monty, right? Thank God you had Gibbs right now, right? Because Monty went down. So I would keep those two. And, if you have to, throw Gibbs in the flex and start Connor and Monty as your two RBs. You know what I'm saying? if that's
No,
the
I'm still
case.
starting
But
Pollard over. I'm starting Pollard over Connor if I have that
no.
option.
He's saying he's going to trade Gibbs
Oh,
for Pollard.
if he
You
does
know,
that,
yeah. So I will. I don't. At this point, I like Gibbs more than Pollard. Right, Steve? Pollard's been a
Pollard
little.
continues to play the way that he's playing. It just
He's been.
depends what you feel. Do you think that Pollard's a buy low candidate, that he's going to come to life? I mean, for me, I don't see the same burst and the way that Pollard moved last year. Like, I don't feel like he's moving that way this year. And I don't know if that's because of injury or just because now he's going to be 27 years old. So I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know if I want to buy Pollard right now. I think I'd feel
Not for
kind of
Gibbs.
okay with Gibbs. I'd
yeah,
rather
I
just
would
probably
agree.
keep Gibbs right now.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with y'all there. Brian said, in and out of watching the stream. Appreciate you, Brian. Appreciate you always. Happy there have been 0 questions about Taysom Hill.
There actually has
guy.
been.
There was. You might have missed it, Brian.
Don't
There's
say
always
fuck
a
that guy. I
question on
love that
Taysom Hill.
guy, Ryan.
You know, Brian, that's actually really funny that you brought that up because I was talking with Bagala. I think we were having a conversation about something, and we brought up Taysom Hill, and I said those exact words verbatim. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, because he fucking vultures my boy Chris Olave. Frick.
Eric, what's up, Eric? Appreciate you, man. I have Chiefs D, Seahawks, Bills, Miami are up for grabs. Should I drop any of them?
I mean, this is you at this point, Eric, you're throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it's gonna stick. I don't like any.
Been pretty solid, right?
I don't like any of those matchups. Chief D is pretty solid, but the problem is that they're looking at a fucking Ferrari and a Lambo on the other side of them this week. That's gonna be that has potential to be a shootout. Seahawks, now you gotta fuck with Lamar Jackson. You know, the Bills, fucking Joey B and his weapons. And Miami, you turn around, you got Mahomes. So, there's who do you go with here? I guess you can stick with the Chiefs D just because nothing else is better. And you hope to, it throws you a couple. I don't know. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is a tough one as well. I think, listen, I think you could not make the argument. Let's go the other way. You could not make the argument for all of these defenses, right, against their potential matchups. Obviously, with the Chiefs and Miami playing each other, you would think that'll be a high scoring game. But I will say this about that game. I gotta check and see what the over under for that particular game is. I think that has a potential to kind of be one of those mid scoring games where we think it's going to be like a 37-34 kind of game. I think that could honestly be a 27-23 kind of game, 27-21 kind of game.
Yeah,
like you said, because of the travel, because of the teams playing in a completely different element. And listen, the Chiefs offense isn't as great as we think it is, right? We just think about Patrick Mahomes and we associate him with great offense. The Chiefs haven't played great offense this year. It's been kind of like dink and dunk, pick it apart. And Isaiah Pacheco's really, outside of Travis Kelce, obviously, Isaiah Pacheco's been their best offensive weapon outside of Travis Kelce.
Miami can't stop the run, so it kind of lines up perfectly for Isaiah Pacheco tomorrow.
I don't disagree. Let me get the over-under really quick on that game. Over-under on that game is 50. So I said 27-23, which is 50 exactly. So that's really interesting that number popped up. That feels like a push to me. I would take a 27-23 kind of game. I don't think it's going to be the fireworks that everybody thinks it's going to be. Yeah, just stick with the Chiefs D if you got it. Yeah,
they've been solid. I mean,
yeah, they have been solid. I mean, against Miami.
I mean, don't expect them to go crazy this week, but I mean, they should give you at least a decent.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Decent floor, at least hopefully. I mean,
the other options aren't good.
Yeah.
No.
And, we say Patrick Mahomes hasn't been really great, but I mean, or at least the offense, but he's still QB 3.
he's that good where he'll still be that, but it just hasn't been, it's not what we used to seeing from
It's been
the
different.
It's one of those LeBron type esques, It's
Oh,
just
here we go.
not up to par of how
Oh
he
my
typically is.
God! They gotta bring up fucking LeBron. Just
T,
get to
what up?
T's question.
What up,
Yeah.
T? Quick question: Chuba versus the Colts or Aaron Jones versus the Rams?
Ooh. And I've been on the Chuba train. I really
Let's
have.
go, Aaron. I'm going Aaron.
Yeah, give me 33. There's not a lot of guys I'm gonna pick over 33.
I think I'm leaning that way as well. I think we've seen the uptick. He played on 51. The problem is Matt LaFleur. Like Matt LaFleur, are you going to outthink yourself? Are you going to outcoach yourself? Or are you going to play your best guys? Give it to Aaron Jones.
You'll win
do
the
what you got
game.
to do.
Give
Now,
it to Aaron Jones.
the
You're gonna win the
one
game.
the one concern I do have, and I'm looking at the stats for Aaron Jones right now. His highest snap percentage was 51%. And guess when that was? Last week. 51%. And that was his highest percent. Now, they blew out the Bears in week 1, right? And he had a great game in week 1. He had the reception, obviously. He had 2 touchdowns in that game. But yeah, still give me Aaron Jones, but by a hair. But there is some concern on the usage of Aaron Jones. I think Matt LaFleur is outthinking himself by fucking trying to run AJ Dillon 20 times a game. Give it to Aaron Jones a little bit more, please.
Yeah, just dump it to 33.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, let's go Aaron Jones, baby. Do y'all like Mostert over Pollard? For this week or for the season, Eric? But I guess we'll do both. For this week, Mostert or Pollard?
It's rough because, like you said, Steve, I do think the Chiefs D is solid, in that aspect. I think they're solid against the run. But also Philly's defensive line is just fucking massive, right? They're really good against the run too. This is a tough one. I'll take Pollard for the rest of the season, and I might take Mostert for this week.
The problem I have with Mostert is he hasn't been getting a ton of the receiving work. That's a big issue for me. At least Tony Pollard gives you some receiving upside. I understand, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the receiving work gives you the safer floor, right?
Yeah.
Mostert clearly has the higher upside in that Miami offense, which, listen, Dallas has a good offense, but Miami has the best offense probably in the league.
It's just so hard. It's so hard to guard against the running game when you have 4-2 speed on both sides and you can't drop your safeties down. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's so Mostert, and this goes to the HN point too, because HN is so fast. They're not going against stacked boxes. There's holes everywhere because you have to play so far back off of those wide receivers. So that's why I like Mostert. But for the rest of the season, I think Pollard kind of gets it going.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah, I'll go Mostert, I think, for this week. Pollard, hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1.
That's rough.
But
he's still providing a decent floor with the receiving work. That's what I'm saying. Outside of last week,
he is, but it's not anything crazy. I just think for the season, I'll agree with Tony Pollard just because there is a few different guys, and maybe when HN does come back, maybe that I just don't know. Not really. Not even last week. Mostert had 13 carries. 17, 10. It's not like Mostert's getting a ton of carries anyway. He's
just super efficient with it.
Scoring a bunch of tutties.
Because there's holes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He's scoring tutties. There's room to run on that offense.
Yeah, I think I'm still rolling Mostert for this week.
Yeah, me too.
7-1. T said he doesn't have a kicker. Can he drop Madison, B-Rob, or Chuba to pick one up? He's got Jacobs, Connor, and Monty. Drop Madison, B-Rob, or Chuba.
No, drop your current kicker and get a new one.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We're not dropping startable running backs for a kicker. Drop your current kicker and get a new one.
Are you trying to say you never had a kicker to begin with, or you got to have one, right? I mean,
his kicker's probably on a bye.
Yeah,
we're not carrying two kickers. No, we're not dropping two kickers.
Drop the kicker.
No, we're not carrying two kickers. I'm sorry.
Reek will get his. He breaks 2K. Does Cheetah break the 2K mark?
Yo, Isaac, I think he does. I'm sorry, I think he does.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. And you know,
and plays like that. I mean,
shit. And you know the fucking part about it is, I think he's gonna do it with like not in 18 games. Well, 17 games. I think he's gonna do it in the 16. Like,
which will make it that much more.
Exactly. I think he's gonna do it in the 16. He's just. Oh, I love Tyreek Hill so much. I wish he's a beast. I wish he was on the Giants.
Yeah, he's fun. Daniel said start 3: Chase, Higgins, Collins, Metcalf, Edwards, and Jones.
I'm not starting Gus.
There's an argument to be
not in this situation, but
Chase is the lock here, right?
Right. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chase is the lock.
Nico Collins is the lock here as well. No,
I like Nico Collins. You're not gonna. Would you double barrel Chase and Higgins?
That is kind of where I was going with that. That's where I was going with that.
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
So then I guess it's Chase Higgins.
I think those are locks for me, at least for 2, and then we got to decide what the third one is. Is it Nico? Is it DK?
It's not DK.
Is it Edwards and Jones? I think we can probably both eliminate Edwards and Jones. No. And is it between DK and Collins?
Yeah, I'll get Edwards out of there. I'm keeping 33 right there.
He's on it. He's He's not gonna miss that. He's not gonna miss that massive game from Aaron Jones.
I'm not. I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna be right there screaming, "I told you so." But I think I'll go Collins. Right? The 2 Bengals and Collins.
Chase Higgins, Collins for you?
Yeah.
What you got, Hammer?
It's Chase and Collins for sure. Metcalf, I'm a little down on Metcalf.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards is interesting, but in this situation, not as interesting. Chase, Collins. Fuck, man. It's so hard for me to go Higgins and Chase, but you have to do it in this. Yeah. Sunday night at home against a really good team. Joe Burrow stares down the barrel of good quarterbacks, and he comes up big. Give me Chase, give me Higgins, and give me Nico Collins. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. I'm going actually with DK. I'm going to go DK, Chase, and Higgins with 14 targets last week. Just give me DK. I'll take DK, but you can argue the Collins. I mean, we can go either way there. I think it's pretty even. So, Johnny, what up, Johnny? He said, "Hey, legends, appreciate you. You're the legend, Johnny."
Oh,
4-4, 12-man, full PPR,
college,
super flex. I've got Lamar, Herbert, Kamara, Najee, Keenan, and Addison. Andrews, flex Zay, JSN, and Chuba. Been offered CD for Zay, Addison, and Deshaun. Is this a smash? Cheers, boys. Is it just real quick? Double check if it's Dynasty or redraft. I don't want to give you the wrong info here. CD for Zay, Addison, and Deshaun.
Yeah,
it's gotta be redraft.
Super flex is.
So it is super flex. So he's got Lamar and Herbert. Najee, Keenan, Addison, Andrews.
So lose Deshaun. Deshaun's out of it.
He's offered CD. He has to give up Zay, Addison, and Deshaun.
I would give up Deshaun, no problem.
Redraft. Okay.
Redraft?
Yeah. I mean, shit, you're getting CD.
Go for the
now it's a little bit scary without a third quarterback. I mean, yeah, I guess, but let's go for the gusto. Let's get CD. We'll worry about it back up after.
Yeah.
You know? Go get fucking Taylor Heineke
Yep.
or something.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, that's a
hold on.
smash, Johnny.
Has Lamar?
Smash it.
Hold on. Has Lamar or Keenan had
A bye?
a bye week? No, Lamar's bye is 13, and
Herbert had his.
Herbert
We
had
got some
his.
time.
Yeah.
We got some time till week 13. We'll
Yeah.
worry about it then. I'm not just gonna not get CD just so
I
Deshaun can
agree.
play 1
I
week
agree.
free.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
yeah, let's go get CD. Let's
Yeah.
do it, Johnny. T said he dropped his kicker to get Chuba this week. He's down projected 9 right now. He's down. So yeah, you need to pick one back up for
Ooh.
sure. I mean, are you even playing? Are you even playing Chuba? I mean,
yeah, that's a weird situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't. As much as I wanted Chuba, I wouldn't. Left myself without a kicker.
He's got Madison and B-Rob. You don't necessarily need Chuba if you got Madison and B-Rob. I mean, or if you trust him more than Madison or B-Rob, then fine. Just drop one of those. So, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense, T. I didn't mean to come at you that strongly, but I didn't realize what your situation was. That's not a situation that most people find themselves in.
Yes, you did. Because he shouldn't have dropped his kicker in the first place. That's
he's saying
we're getting completely honest.
Yeah, he's saying his plan is just to kind of pick him up so he's got him and then kind of decide who the kicker is, later on.
It gives me a week to plan my roster moves. All right.
So I'm okay with that. So at least somebody else can play him, so fuck it. Yeah. But yeah, now you're gonna have to drop one or just drop Chuba. So
yeah.
Eric said he's in an RB deep roster. Don't know who to start. He's got Kenneth Walker, Pollard, Josh Jacobs, and Mostert.
Hold on. Really quick, Eric. Blanc and I have said this on many occasions. If you have this many guys that you don't know who to start, make a goddamn trade. Package 2 of these guys and go get yourself a good wide receiver. Because if you have this many good running backs, somebody needs a running back and you can get yourself a good wide receiver. That's first and foremost. Try to do that. Obviously we talked about tomorrow. The games start tomorrow at 9:30 with the Chiefs or 9, whatever. So it might be tough to get a trade done, but after this week is up, go out, trade 2 of these guys, probably trade Pollard if you can, and Walker or Mostert, whatever. You could kind of really make the argument, but you're definitely trading Pollard and one of these other guys, probably Pollard and Mostert, I would agree. And try and go get yourself a wide receiver. But if I'm playing 2, I'm definitely playing Josh Jacobs for sure.
Yeah, I'm playing Jacobs this week.
And I think I'm playing Mostert as well. It'd be hard to bench Kenneth Walker, but I think I'm playing Jacobs.
It's Walker and Jacobs for me.
Oh, you're playing Walker and Jacobs?
It's Walker and
Jacobs. Yeah, I think I'll go Walker and Jacobs too.
I think I might play Mostert and Jacobs.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Magic said buy now, pay later. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Make sure you smash that like for us. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Throw your questions in the chat, and we will get to it. Cad, what up? Higgins, Rice, Addison, sit 1.
Bye-bye, Rice.
No, bye-bye, Addison. You can see.
Still not doing it.
I think I'm still going with Addison, dude. Even in this situation, right? And we talked about this. Rice doesn't play enough snaps. Addison's going to be on the field.
I think he's been on the uptick, and I think Rice has a good game this week. Higgins,
you said that about Treylon Burks, and I talked you out of it, you prick.
You did talk me out of it, but he ended up getting hurt.
Tomato.
T, all good. Should have been more specific. No problem, T. Appreciate you. No one want to trade, Eric said. I mean,
for those fuck him.
That sucks. He said he's tried. So, yeah, I mean, when you're in leagues like that, I guess there's nothing really. If there's nothing you can do, then there's nothing you can do. But
yeah, you can go into the league chat and just start dropping bombs on everybody, Eric. All right.
To be fair, Bagala, Rashee Rice has actually played pretty well. I mean,
I know he did. Yes,
he has played well. He's still not playing enough snaps, and it's still kind of rough. But I mean, given the options, if you want to go with him, just because they are playing Miami,
and his snaps are on the uptick. His snap percentage is on the uptick.
No, it is. It's still not enough though.
Up to 61%.
Yeah, he's still in the wide receiver 4, wide receiver 3
I'm
flexus
playing him
range,
this week
which
over
is fine.
Addison. I will.
But like I'm saying, I mean, you could still play him because he is playing against Miami. But you're talking about 4 or 5 targets to Addison's, maybe 8-ish targets, maybe 10.
You're hoping with a
Now,
rookie
obviously, it's
quarterback.
not Patrick Mahomes. We've got a rookie QB here,
Yeah,
but
you're praying and wishing.
That's the
at
great
least Addison
equalizer.
is a player that they're going to be trying to get the ball to. So I don't know. That's a
Trust
tough
me.
one. Yeah, I'll still roll with
Yeah.
Addison, but you're fine rolling with Rice if you want to. Go Dirt, boys. Go Dirt. That's right, Isaac. Go Dirt.
Isaac, why are we doing? Hold on. We haven't got Bagala's input on this. How do you pronounce the tight end for Philadelphia?
Goddard.
Thank you. Boom.
We know it's
Done.
Goddard. I'm just always
Done.
going to go with Go Dirt because that's really what it is. He just doesn't want us to say it that way.
We basically had a whole show on the pronunciation of that name.
Well,
He's
Steve
4-4.
likes to stir the pot.
Eric said he's 4-4.
Well, if nobody wants to make a trade, you're kind of stuck, Eric.
That's such bullshit because people can use it
fuck
for
'em.
running backs.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Fuck them, Eric. Fuck them. Now, when they start coming knocking at your door, you give them one of these and you tell them to get it going. Hit the bricks.
I like it.
And he said, my Zach Moss for Aaron Jones Dynasty.
It's a hard one.
That is tough.
I'd probably do it, though, because what is Zach Moss after this year? You don't know.
Yeah, they're both kind of in the same boat. So it's more like, who do you like for the rest of this season? You like Zach Moss,
take
like Aaron Jones?
I take the upside with Aaron Jones. I do it.
I think I'm in agreement with that, but just by a pinch because Zach Moss is providing you with a real solid floor in that offense.
But he can't do what Aaron Jones can do.
I agree, but Aaron Jones hasn't been doing what Aaron Jones can do since week one.
He hasn't, but this is the week, baby. No, just
I'll take Jones as well. I know Moss has been solid, but now with Jones coming back, and I don't really like Aaron Jones, but I'll take the chance on that.
You don't like you either.
Woo! Good. We don't like each other. That's why he's not on any of my squads, and his bum ass ain't causing me to to lose any of my leagues.
I'm
glad we don't like
real spicy with Aaron.
He is.
Well, I mean, what has he done?
Huh? He's been injured. It's easy to talk that shit when he's injured.
Well, it's not my problem, right?
He's better than the Vikings running back.
If he's not on the field,
he's better than Madison.
If he can't get on the field, is he?
Because I'm
Madison's
pretty sure been a bona fide scrub
right now.
He's been a bona fide scrub. He hasn't done what we thought he was going to do.
Talk that
he's in the RB2 range. He's doing.
And you were screaming to the high heavens. We don't need Dalvin. Madison's gonna do the same thing. Blah blah blah. And
he's actually got 80. I never said that. He's actually got 82.9 fantasy points compared to the 40 something that Aaron Jones has had. So if you're not on the field, Aaron Jones ain't doing much for you. But for the rest of the season, I'll take the shot on him.
He has what? 89 points. Aaron Jones has 49. You said?
No, 40 something.
40 something. 89 to 40 something.
46. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's missed how many games? Madison should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying I want him over. I'm just saying in general, like, when you're not on the field, you're not producing points, right? So you're not giving me jack shit. You're not giving me anything. You're not giving me anything.
Yeah. And Kirk is not on the field, so he's not giving you anything either. Woo!
Ooh, crop dusted.
Believe in AJ. AJ who? Brown?
No, we call him 33 over here, Johnny.
AJ Dillon, I think he's saying.
I think he's
Aaron Jones. My bad. Aaron Jones.
Yeah. I don't necessarily just put 33 up there.
Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily believe, but I'll take the chance on him over Zach Moss. Just give me some of the upside. One last question before I head to bed. Eric,
go ahead.
Tua or Hurts this week and rest of season? Tua or Hurts?
Ooh. It hurts to take an Eagle, but I'm gonna I'm taking Tua. Fuck that. You got Cheetah, you got Waddle. I'll take Tua this week and probably for the rest of Hurts this week and then Tua for the rest of the season. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm taking Jalen Hurts this week, boy.
Tough one.
Yeah.
I'm taking Jalen Hurts this week.
You know what's crazy?
I'm taking Jalen Hurts this week and the rest of the season.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
They both played 8 games. Jalen Hurts, 282 passing attempts to Tua's 274.
Mm-hmm. Who has more yards?
Yeah, about 300 or so more yards, 280, 280 give or take. But I just thought it was interesting that,
that Hurts is interesting.
Actually
throwing the ball more.
4 less than Josh Allen.
But the thing is that Tua's he probably throws it, but Tua's throwing fucking touchdowns, dude. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
his big strike ability for the touchdown comes at a better clip than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. It's a lot more.
He didn't get a little banged up.
Who, Tua?
Who's that?
No, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, they said he has a little bit of a knee issue, but he's still been a fantastic bro. He's QB2 right now. So
who's number 1? Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Winter Soldier.
Typical. Tua's QB5. So not a huge drop off. But give me Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts gives you the rushing upside.
Yeah.
I'll take Jalen.
Tua's connected to those wide receivers.
Take Jalen, but that's close. Higgins or Kirk rest of season, Josh asks.
Ooh, that's more interesting than it sounds.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Higgins just because, but Christian Kirk's been damn good this year, bro. He's been solid.
Christian Kirk has been so goddamn consistent outside of week 1.
Yes,
outside of week 1, and again in week 8 against Pittsburgh before the bye, he wasn't that great. 4 catches on 5 targets for 46 yards, but outside of that, Christian Kirk is steadily giving you 15 as a floor. A floor.
He's been really
or as a ceiling, I should say, but he's giving you about 15 points a game. T. Higgins has been up and down with the health. Obviously, the health of Joe Burrow has affected T. Higgins as well. T. Higgins has the higher ceiling, but Christian Kirk has been really good. That is a really tough call. They're both solid. Yeah, give me T. Higgins as well down the stretch. I think Joe Burrow's going to get healthy. And how many times have we seen the Bengals get off to these rocky starts and then they just pick up the pace, win like fucking 8-9 games in a row, guys go
and then the Super Bowl,
and then in the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl. Yeah, give me T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm taking T. Taking T as well.
It's close though.
It's closer than it should be.
Dimes. Tua is throwing dimes. You know what's crazy is like all the shit that Cheetah said is like true. Remember when we were all everybody?
I was just
health was awesome. Hold on. We
all thought Cheetah was on some shit like he's just
he's smoking something, right?
And
hold on. What he said was he's the most accurate quarterback he's ever played with. He basically tried to say that Tua's better than Mahomes. That's what he tried to say.
No, I don't know if
that's what he tried to say.
I think what he was trying to say was just like, yo, Tua can bowl too. And he was saying some stuff and it all became true. Like he spoke that into existence.
But does Tyreek Hill make Tua look a lot better than he really is?
I mean,
you can say the same thing for Mahomes.
But
that's not true because Mahomes went out there and won the Super Bowl without Tyreek. So that question's that argument's out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that Tua is better than Mahomes or anything like that, but I think
that's why Tyreek was trying to say
and the playmakers that they have, like, all right, take away Cheetah, that's fine. Just fucking insert Waddle. I mean, you're still good. So
No, Tyreek knew what he was doing. And listen, Tua's been fantastic. He's not better than Mahomes.
How many people? How many people thought like, oh, Tyreek Hill's just looking like this because of Patrick Mahomes.
And he's just going there to get the money, and he was just going to be whatever. I was
going
one
to
of them.
And look what he's doing. So
Cheetah has been statistically better in Miami than he was in Kansas City.
Yes, he has.
Of course, because they didn't have to force it down to him. Don't forget they had Kelsey as well. So
I mean, they got Waddle too.
Josh said, "Would you do this trade in a 20 redraft team PPR?" Okay, trading away Kirk for Javonte and Higgins. Yeah, are you kidding me? We said Higgins over Kirk. Yeah, we're getting Javonte too, who's starting to get more carries, trying to get more work.
Dude, Josh, hurry up before somebody sees this, dude.
Yeah,
and rescinds it.
Yeah.
Smash that quick. Mary said, anyone besides Tyreek for MVP?
Probably, maybe Lamar. Lamar's been playing pretty good.
AJ Brown's been dominating.
Yeah, but if you're gonna put another wide receiver in there, he's not even matching to what Tyreek is doing.
Whoa. No.
AJ's not going for 2K. We're talking about Cheetah going for 2K. AJ's not getting. AJ's
could go for 2K.
AJ Brown has had 125 yards in 6 straight games. Nobody in the history of the NFL has ever done that. Not even Tyreek Hill.
Fine. That's fine, but Tyreek he's not doing what Tyreek is doing. Anybody else? Maybe Lamar. I like Lamar. This is gonna surprise you too. Christian McCaffrey, bro.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns is Christian McCaffrey gonna end up with before you say if he hits 30 touchdowns, he has to be in the conversation, right? 27, 28 touchdowns.
McCaffrey's a good pick. I like that.
Yeah. So Lamar, McCaffrey.
But the problem with the MVP is that Tyreek Hill 1000%. That's exactly where I was going with that. Tyreek Hill is going to have to go for 2,000 yards and 15 touchdowns in order to wrestle it away from a quarterback. That's just the bottom line.
if he hits 2K, he'll get it.
But he's got to have 15 touchdowns to go with it, to be honest.
I don't know about the touchdowns. I think if he hits 2K, he'll get it.
Yeah.
No,
if he breaks that 2K, regardless of his touchdown numbers, even if he hits 2K, you think he'll have double-digit touchdowns, right?
That's fair.
Yeah, so, even if it's not 15, if Tyreek gets 2,000 yards, he'll get the MVP, hands down.
Josh said he's hesitant because he don't know if Williams would even start, and I don't want to downgrade wide receiver. I don't necessarily think it's a downgrade. I don't think do any of us think it's a downgrade to go from Kirk to Higgins?
No, I think it's a lateral move. And hurry up, Josh. Why are you still talking about this trade?
And you're just picking up the RB on top of it.
Exactly.
See, I think, but I think Josh's hesitation is because T. Higgins hasn't been great, and let's call it what it is. Christian Kirk has been better this year.
Yeah, but you're getting two players for Christian Kirk.
I agree.
I'm just throwing to the context of Burrow being hurt and all that,
right?
And
right.
T. Higgins being hurt as well. So
I'm just trying to look at it from Josh's perspective and throw it out there that Kirk has been the better fantasy player than T. Higgins this year. It's that simple.
Sure, but we're trying.
You want to look ahead. You want to look ahead.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And honestly, in what world will you get two players for Christian Kirk?
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Isaac said Tua's better than Mahomes as just a passer.
Isaac,
in the pocket.
Isaac, I liked you before you said that. Now I'm starting to think
I can't subscribe to that.
Yeah, you're blown.
Isaac's the one in Bayonne. Isaac's the one that goes to Rincon.
Rincon. Yep.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? Small ass world, right?
Mad
tiny world. The interesting thing is that
go play to Alabama. Mahomes
Texas
was Texas Tech, I believe. Yeah,
Texas Tech. I don't think that matters.
Isaac said he's with Bagala, loves him some Reek, all giddy up. Yeah. This motherfucker always takes Cheetah. Oh, when Cheetah goes boom, Cheetah goes boom. When Cheetah goes boom, Cheetah goes boom.
When Cheetah goes boom, he does go boom. When Cheetah has a big game, it's like a big game, dude.
Which is every week at this point.
Exactly. So
that's true. That's true. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Start one wide receiver and one flex, full PPR. Michael, old ass Thomas, Dubes, Christian Watson, Henderson, and Dell.
I don't like any of these, but I'm gonna go Dell and Dubes.
I think I'm in that boat. I think I'm in that boat as well. But Christian Watson is just
he's borderline bust, dude. He's bust material.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to play him every week
last week, to be fair, obviously didn't catch him, but
that's kind of
you gotta catch him, Steve.
I'm just saying that he is still involved. It's not like he's fading out, in that sense. I mean, which was the highest amount of targets he's had all season, to be fair. But
yeah, I'm
I
going
have to go
Dubes and
Watson just by like the guys that are here,
No, I'm still going Dubes, man.
Yeah, I like Dubes over Watson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dubes has, but I agree. I agree with Blanc in a sense that Dubes doesn't get the volume that Watson gets, but Dubes has been getting touchdowns when it counts. And I know you can't always rely on that, but that you got to at a certain point during the season, right? You kind of have to look at what's in front of you, the data you have. And the data is telling me that Romeo Dubes is at least giving me a safer floor because he has touchdown upside, and Christian Watson just doesn't at this point.
Yeah.
So give me Dubes and give me Dell. I agree.
Give me Watson and give me Dell. Give me Watson and Dell. I'll take the Watson targets, I guess, rather than preying on the touchdown from Dubes. But yeah, that's a close one.
It wouldn't surprise me if Watson caught a bomb this week against the Rams.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Type to seize. What up, brother? 10-team PPR. Start 2 out of 3.
This
Olave,
is not a question.
Thielen, and Waddle.
Bro, let's start something here. We love that you guys call in. We love that you send your questions and everything. If you think like this is not a question, if you're like, of course you start Jalen Waddle and Chris Olave. I mean, Adam Thielen's been good. Don't get me wrong.
Do you? I don't know, bro. This is a legit question right now. Olave's getting targets, but he's not.
I'm not starting Adam Thielen over.
He ain't doing
Olave
shit over
Jalen.
Olave ain't doing jack lately, anyway.
He's not, but still.
But
Thielen is
Derek Carr's ass.
Thielen is averaging 20 points a fucking game right now, bro.
Derek Carr is ass. I don't know.
I'm rolling with Thielen and Waddle. I know it's hard to sit Olave, but
it's hard
to do it. I'm gonna have to do it here. I don't give a fuck about the name or how good we think he is. I'm just gonna go with the guy that's producing fantasy points right now.
You're going with Thielen because he's your boy.
But he's fucking top 10 wide receiver right now, regardless of whether he was my boy when he was on the Vikings or not. He
still is your boy.
Yeah, exactly. It's still
I'll take the top 10 guy. You could take Olave. I'll take Thielen and Waddle. What are you doing, Hammer?
Oh God! And the fucked up part about this,
Olave is against the Bears, so it is awesome matchup. But
it is. It's a really good matchup.
I am taking Olave and Waddle, but for different reasons. Because number one, I have Olave in our subscriber league, and I traded Adam Thielen by accident in Bagalaw's league. So fuck Adam Thielen right now. Yeah, give me Olave and who's the other guy? Waddle. Olave and Waddle.
Waddle, yeah. That's actually a really good question. Yeah, I'll still roll with
I guess when you think about it, I mean, Thielen is...
It shouldn't be a question. That's the real thing. Yeah, it shouldn't be a question because Olave should be smashing right now.
Exactly, but he's not.
And Thielen
got Derek Carr.
It's opposite.
Derek Carr is
yeah.
Fucking cute piece.
Jordan, what's up, Jordan? Need 3 half PPR: Rice, Hunt, Higgins, DJ Moore, Stevenson, Kincaid. Need 3.
I guess we're all on a Higgins train this week, right?
Yeah.
I think he gets off.
Oh, Higgins is 1.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Justin Fields is not back, so
It's
keep
not,
DJ
but he's still
Moore.
getting heavily targeted.
He is, but I would probably go Higgins. I like Kincaid. Maybe. I like Rice this week, dude. I'm not sold on Miami's defense, right? And I like Rice this week. It's for me, it's probably Higgins, Rice, and give me Kincaid. I think Kincaid gets in the end zone this week.
Can dig that. Hammer, what we got? Pick 3.
Yeah, I think Higgins is in this situation. Higgins is lock.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is one of these spots I would imagine is a flex spot, or maybe they're all flex spots since you got Kincaid. You know, you got running back, receiver, and tight end. So maybe you have 3 flexes here. Yeah, give me Higgins. Give me Rice as well, because I was very surprised when I looked at Rice's production a few minutes ago, and I saw that he's actually providing a relatively stable floor relative to the snap percentage.
Yes, he is.
And his snap percentage is taking a tick up. I think I said the last one was at 61% last week. So give me Higgins, give me Rashee Rice in what you think would be an up and down kind of game there in the Deutschland. And
I remember my first beer.
Hold on, I'm trying to reel it in. Beerfest, by the way, if you haven't seen Beerfest, shout out to Beerfest, the movie, 2006 movie. Go check it out. Higgins. Yeah, give me Higgins, Rice, and give me Kareem Hunt here as well. I think Kareem Hunt's been playing pretty well. He's got the touchdown upside. DJ Moore scares me with Bajan. I know Bajan's slinging it around. He's a tattooed white boy, but that doesn't scare me. So give me Hunt. Higgins, Rice, and Hunt.
I think just the Saints defense is what scares me most about DJ Moore. Not even necessarily Bajan.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what's getting me there. Let me.
Come on, Blanc, get it together.
Don't look at your numbers.
Definitely going Higgins. I'm looking at DJ Moore's game log. Shut your damn mouths. Higgins.
You know his game log. You had him in like 19 leagues.
Give me
right.
I don't have DJ Moore in a lot of leagues. I don't even think I have him in any leagues actually right now.
But you know what? You have him
away.
Yep, I did trade him away because I'm a smart man.
You have him for a case of Mountain Dew, so you should know what he's doing.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, right now I'm getting a case of Mountain Dew as we speak. All right, give me Higgins. Give me Higgins, Rice, and Kincaid. Fuck it. Give me Higgins, Rice, and Kincaid.
Doobs or Dobbs. Isaac starting his shit again.
Doobs or Dobbs. Doobs like boobs. Yep.
Doobs like boobs.
Are you guys starting Demario Douglas or Rashee Rice full PPR format tomorrow?
Rice.
Yeah, we're still playing Rice, even though Douglas is going to be the only guy there. It's just a good matchup. Let's
I like Rice here.
You know, he's got to get in the end zone, but he's been pretty good at that. So Angelo, we'll roll with Rice there. Hunt over Singletary, Freddie said.
Ooh,
that's close.
Well, that is close. Ford's back, so you know he's gonna be dipping into Hunt's work a little bit. Singletary's gonna get all of it tomorrow. No, I would take Singletary over Hunt for this week.
Does Singletary get in the end zone?
He could. I think he could.
I think that's the separator here. If you
that think is the separator, probably, but I don't know. I just like that. I think Singletary is going to get a lot more volume, and he has nobody cutting into that work.
Yeah, it's hard for me to argue with that. I think Singletary as well, just on volume. El Capitan.
Give me Singletary too. I do like Hunt though. I was thinking about which wide receiver to start all week. He said, "Oh, that was when we were talking about the Olave one." Yeah.
Steve likes stealing.
I like Olave too, but
Olave hasn't
give me the guy
produced at Thielen's
yeah,
pace.
yeah,
No,
just
yeah.
give me the guy that's getting the points at the moment. That's all. I like Olave more than Thielen in general, but give me the guy that's scoring right now. Jordan said yes, one of them's a flex. Okay, yeah, that was a Kincaid one. Okay, yeah. You guys got the Dolphins or the Chiefs? Who you rolling with?
Mm. What's funny about that is, so my wife actually called me up on Friday or maybe Thursday, and she was like, "Babe, who would you bet on, the Dolphins or the Chiefs?" I'm like, "What? When are you putting in a bet I don't know about?" So she had asked me this, and I think the spread is 1.5 for Kansas City right now. This is one of the games that I was absolutely flummoxed on because I could pick either one. I think I'm going to take the Dolphins here in a surprise. I think most people might pick the Chiefs, but I'm going to pick the Dolphins here.
Typically, like I don't like betting on these overseas games. So if I think if you're betting, you stay away from these games that go overseas, London, Germany, just because the travel plays such a big part in it. And that's why it's so hard to pick because you don't know who's going to come out flat, if they're both going to come out flat, what type of game this is going to be. I like the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I just think the Dolphins defense they can't stop the run. I think Pacheco, if one thing's gonna travel, it's gonna be Pacheco because when he runs like he's angry at the floor. So I think he's gonna have a big game. I like Rice. So yeah, give me the Chiefs. And in a close one. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
I think this game means more for the Dolphins because they got to prove they could beat a good team.
Huge for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And you know Cheetah wants to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. He said he wished it was an Arrowhead.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Chiefs here. I'm going with the Chiefs here as well. I'm rolling with my boy, my homies. Mary said Derek Carr over 300 yards the last 3 weeks.
He's trash.
Empty stats.
What's the,
Empty stats, Mary.
No. Derek Carr
I wonder
trash.
what's the player prop on him. Jerome Ford, 49.5 rushing yards.
I'm staying away.
Yeah, I'm staying away
I'll
from
go.
that.
I'll take the under.
No,
I'll take the under.
But
or yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't like it.
How about Kareem? Well, Kareem Hunt's got 40. Nah, I like the Ford better.
Who the Browns playing? Arizona?
Arizona.
Maybe they do run it a little bit but that's so hard to kind of lock into.
Yeah, when you're taking the yards on a running back, I hate to do it like when it's like a split backfield. That shit is hard.
Jackson, what's up, Jackson? Ford, Hunt, or Singletary, boys?
Sit one.
Yeah, sit
so
one.
Singletary's a lock. Singletary's a lock here.
Yeah, I think you saw Singletary. He's right. Definitely the lock because of this. Just he's gonna get all of the work.
I'm sitting Ford.
Yeah, me too.
I think Kareem Hunt has that touchdown upside.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm sitting Hunt. I'll play Ford, where he should be healthy here coming back. I still think he gets the majority of the work, but yeah, Hunt is definitely going to get some work. But yeah, give me Ford in this one. Isaac said KC 2 losses in a row.
Could be Isaac. Could be.
I don't know. Devin, what's up, Devin? Appreciate you, man. Nico, Pittman, or Rice, rank them and bet our odds in PPR or non-PPR. Nico, Pittman, and Rice. In what order would you guys have them?
I think I'm going Pittman 1, Nico 2, Rice 3.
Yeah, me too.
But Nico and Pittman are very close. But with Gunslinger Minshew out there throwing the ball, Pittman's been really good either way this year for the most part. I think a lot better than people kind of thought. I think a lot of people were down on Pittman going into the season. So the fact that he's actually played really well has been a nice surprise for him. And he's a good wide receiver. I think we can all agree on that. So yeah, Pittman 1, Nico 2, really close. And then Rice would be 3. just on target share alone.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. I would go with that too.
Like Kamara at 56.5 rushing yards against Chicago.
What's his rushing and receiving?
Who?
Rushing and receiving is 97.5. Receiving
I know
is
his receiving is like 38.5.
Take the receiving. Take the receiving.
36.5 on underdog.
Take the
So you got the receiving or the rushing that
take the receiving
that you can do there. So yeah, the receiving he's been killing it too. So yeah.
Yep.
Actually, like either of those, that works.
So really quick, Bagla and I have been kind of tailing each other on a lot of parlays recently, and we've been fucking damn close. we've been knocking on the door.
Close.
But
we're gonna hit a big one.
One of the things that we really like is a lot of these running back receiving totals because they're relatively low. They're usually in the 20s. Obviously, Kamara is a really good receiving running back. Kamara, Eckler kind of be in the 30s. McCaffrey you could throw in there as well.
Yeah,
but those receiving totals for the running backs are really easy to hit because it's 1 or 2 receptions and you got it. We picked Jalen Warren. We picked Jalen Warren and his receiving. I think he was like 23.5
weeks. We picked him. And he's hit in 3 weeks.
He's hitting it. So, yeah. So, we like those running back receiving totals a lot.
Yeah. Devin, appreciate you, Devin. First time here. Let's give a shout out to Kev. Appreciate you. Smash that like for us. Hit that subscribe if you're digging it. And come back, man. Anytime we're here.
Yeah,
week, so.
Yo, Devin, we just crossed that 500 plateau. We want to get to that 1K plateau. Do your part. Do your job.
How about Cam Akers?
No.
His receiving is 4.5 receiving yards.
He didn't even hear it. He said no. Cam Akers, no. But Cam Akers has been involved more.
4.5. He's hit that the last 3 weeks. He's hit that.
What's his totals in the last 3 weeks?
730 and 6.
730 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at 4.5.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one catch basically. Getting a little more work with the rookie QB in there now.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great about it just because of the rookie, because of the quarterback situation. If it was Kirk Cousins, I would feel better about it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
4.5's not a lot. 4.5's not a lot, but it feels like a lot when it's a rookie quarterback.
How about the Bijan 24.5 receiving?
What's his rushing?
15 rushing attempts, rushing in general 58.5. Or we can go with 11.95 fantasy points.
I think that I like that a little bit more. I think I like the fantasy points.
Yeah, I think he's
good. How about Kyle Pitts this week? 3.5 catches or 42 receiving yards?
Both.
I think I like the catches.
I like both.
I like that.
One thing about Heineke is Heineke hits his main guy. Look at McLaurin's numbers with Heineke. He didn't miss a beat, right? I'm going both. I'm smashing Kyle Pitts this week.
Yeah, give me some of that.
Pause.
Clip it. Clip it.
You could trade where I got Josh Jacobs and traded Bijan only because Jacobs has so much more volume and good matchup this week.
I'm okay with this.
Josh Jacobs for Bijan.
I'm okay with this in redraft.
Yeah, for redraft.
Good with that. I'm just scrolling through some of the rest of the underdog and just seeing if there's anything that kind of stands out, but I don't. How about CD against that Philly D?
I like him. What's the
77
number?
receiving yards.
It's kind of high. What's his reception?
77 receiving yards or 7 receptions or 13.65 fantasy points.
Give me the yards.
I take the yards.
Yeah, I like either the yards or the points will be fine. Ferguson, 6.95 fantasy points, 3.5 catches, 33.5 receiving yards.
All of it.
Ooh.
All of it.
Yeah, I don't down with all of that.
All of
but
it. Three.
Yeah,
You said 3, 30, and 6. All of it, bro.
also, remember Brandon Cooks
They-
is Brandon Cooks is getting more involved as well.
But they're gonna throw the ball. This game, I actually think, is gonna be a game where there's a lot of points. And the way they attack the Eagles this year, at least, is to throw the ball because you can't run. Their line is massive, right? They got a really good defensive line rotation, but the back end of their defense can be had, and their linebackers aren't that good. So I think CD has a big game, and I think Fergie has a big game also.
about Daniel Jones for an interception.
Yes, 100%.
You got Hyatt at 18.5 receiving yards, Wandell at 38.5, or 4 catches. Got to get over that. So he need 5 catches.
If you're looking at something for
Not
receiving,
really looking at that.
I take Hyatt because he can catch a ball.
Yeah, I mean 18.5 receiving yards is,
Yeah,
it could be like one catch.
I would take Hyatt. I'm staying clear of Wandell.
Jacobs is actually pretty high, 98.5 rushing yards.
That's a lot.
A tutty? How about a tutty?
98.5 for Jacobs? What the
Yeah.
Jacobs gets a tutty. 98.5 is a lot for Jacobs. A lot.
Oh, that's rushing and receiving. My bad. 73 rushing. 73 and a half
yes.
rushing.
Yes,
My
I
bad.
take Jacobs on the rushing.
That's too
Still.
spicy for me.
Still kind of.
I think I might.
You can be.
I think I like the touchdown.
Giants.
I think
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
the
I like
Josh
the
Jacobs
touchdown.
touchdown.
I like the touchdown too, but I also know my Giants, and he's gonna run for 100 yards.
About
He is. I know.
how about Diggs for 86.5 receiving yards or 15.15 fantasy points or a tutty? Tutty
Catches? What is his catches at? 6.5?
catches at 7, so he needs 8. He would need 8 catches, which
He's
is
at
doable.
7.5.
I think I like the tutty.
I would
He's at
take the
7, so he's got to get 8. I think I do like the tutty. You do get the 1.25.
Why does he? If he's at 7, you got to go over. Oh, okay.
I go over, yeah.
So you need 8. So 7.5 basically over.
7.5.
Basically. Yeah. Kincaid, 38.5 receiving yards. I think I like that.
I like that as well.
Yeah, I like that.
Or just 8.15 fantasy points. So 8.5 fantasy points.
I like the 38.5 to 40 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Khalil
it's not
Shakur, 30.5 receiving yards.
He's just too unpredictable.
He's a wild card.
Of course.
Yeah,
He's a wild card.
And then we've got Burrow over here with Chase. We've got 88.5 receiving yards for him. Oh, I like the T. Higgins, 51.5 receiving yards.
I would like that.
Argument.
Yeah.
I think I like that. And then we've got Herbert. Let's see what Eckler's got here. 29.5 receiving yards.
Eckler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are against the Jets. Or
Yeah.
13 fantasy points. Keenan Allen. Quinn Johnston at 34.5 receiving yards.
I would take Eckler with the 28 before Quinn Johnson.
Yeah, 28 receiving yards for Eckler. Yeah.
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 29.5. So he needs 30. So yeah, I like that too.
Yes.
I don't mind the Quentin Johnson though as well. I mean, that's a couple catches.
I'll take Eckler before Johnson.
About Brees, 56.5 rushing yards. I think I'll take that,
like
or
that.
even just a tutty in general.
Maybe a
I like the
tutty.
yardage. I like
19.5 receiving yards.
For Brees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a 19
or
for
just
Brees.
12 fantasy points. I like all of them. I think you could probably go with any of those, really. Right?
Yeah,
Then you
that
go with
Chargers
the-
defense. That Chargers defense is not great. I think Brees will have a solid game.
Yeah, but I like that
Pretty much
19 and a
it.
half for Brees.
Oh, my bad. Who do you think will win Team 1? Jalen Hurts, Jerome Ford, Gus Edwards, Bijan, TJ, Baltimore D, Derek Carr, Austin Eckler, Jacobs, Olave, Thielen, Dallas
Wait,
D, Deontay, Cleveland. Dallas
where's Team
Goddard,
One's wide
Deontay
receivers?
D, Cleveland. My bad.
Where's Team One's wide receivers?
Yeah. We got to see Team One's wide receivers.
Yeah, throw the wide receivers up there.
Yeah.
Johnny said worth picking up J-Mo. How much fab? Got Cortland and Quentin Johnson as other bench wide receivers.
Yeah. I'll spend a W on J-Mo.
I mean, at this point, if he's still on waivers, like you could probably don't even have to spend anything. You could probably just pick him up.
Unless somebody released him.
True.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
you never know who's out there waiting.
I don't know how much fab do you have. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy.
Yeah, I think he's worth between 10 and 20% of whatever you have.
So I was going to say probably like 20. You could probably throw 20% down and just feel okay, get him right.
But honestly, with Cortland Sutton playing very well, like quietly, Sutton playing very well. Like,
but Sutton's on the bye this week.
Okay, I don't think I wouldn't. I wouldn't drop. I don't think Sutton or Quentin Johnson for James.
No, not for James.
Yeah, for sure.
He may have a roster spot.
He's got 25 left. Shit.
Burn it. He's got good upside. J-Mo's got good upside. I think he's worth it.
Burn it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to burn it all. I'll probably spend half of it, maybe. Give me throw. Not even. Maybe I'll just throw $6 at it. Somebody might throw $5. Throw the extra $1. Just throw $6.
Team one, Nico Collins. Team one wide receiver, Nico Collins and Tyler Boyd.
Nico Collins and Tyler Boyd with Bijan, T.J. Hawk, Gus Edwards, Ford, and Jalen Hurts, or Clark, the Jacobs, Olave, Thielen, Dion.
I think I like Team Two.
I think Team Two has it. Unless Jalen Hurts and Bijan just goes absolutely nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I like Team Two a little bit better overall. Team One has a better quarterback, but outside of that, there's really no advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take Team Two also. We'll give you guys another minute or two. Throw out any last second questions y'all got before we get up out of here. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight, as always. Appreciate y'all. Y'all diehards. We love you guys.
Yes, sir.
Even if you're Packer fans. Picked up Clark because the matchup. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're fine there. Okay, so that's your team.
Bagala has the lungs of a 70-year-old man. You listen to him. He can't even laugh without coughing up a lung.
I fucking came back from fucking Kentucky sick, man. I went down there sick.
Don't blame Kentucky. You've been back for 2 weeks. Don't blame Kentucky.
Yeah, are you on tomorrow morning?
What happened?
Are you on tomorrow morning? Because I can't make it tomorrow morning. I'll set everything up.
I'll see. The ride and solo thing feels awkward for me. We'll see.
Oh my God! Come on, Hammer. You got to take one for the squad here.
I'm trying to watch the game. I don't have any cohorts with me.
Yeah. You got to handle shit on your own, Papa. You can do it.
Yeah, I would hop on with you, but I got basketball all morning. Sorry.
I'm not the Batman.
Hammer will be on in the morning.
I'm not Batman.
Hammer's the Batman tomorrow, so we'll roll with Hammer in the morning.
Hopefully.
Yeah, somebody has to go pumpkin picking, apparently.
Other than that, we'll see y'all Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we got the Dynasty. Right? Tuesday night, we'll have the Dynasty show, so we'll get into some Dynasty things. There are a couple topics I think we want. Jordan Love was definitely one of them that I wanted to get in detail with for the Dynasty. And then I also wanted to talk about just like value and almost like a process kind of way over just players. Because I when we were talking about the Purdy, like, and rather have this guy, rather have that guy, right? It just, from a value perspective, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday more, but, from not only just the value perspective and everything, but, can you don't have to absolutely love every guy that you pick or you take, right? Sometimes you do it just because you know that you can pivot off and get something else or something plus with it. So I just want to get into more detail with some, I guess, strategy type shit on Tuesday. So we'll get into that. But other than that, you guys got anything else for the night?
No, I think that's it.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, only one thing. Lion tastes good. Let's go get
Oh.
some more lion.
Oh, here we go. You lose
Hammer,
that
you got
battle
anything?
9 times out of you lose that battle 9 times out of 10.
All right. Well, I guess we up out of here. We'll see y'all. If not tomorrow, see y'all Tuesday. But we out.
Bing bong.